you imagine the number of political advisors that were in his ear constantly telling him what to say, what to do, how to be. And right down to that day I went in 2008 and voted for him, right there on the ballot, I looked down and it said, Barack Hussein Obama. And I looked and I was like, oh, oh no, we're gonna lose. We're at war with a guy named Hussein. He was gone by then, but he was like, no. Oh, can you imagine how many hundreds of Democratic Party advisors told him, no, don't put Hussein on the ballot, please. Please. And if you can we call you Barry? No, he took the risk. He didn't listen to anybody. He took the risk. I had tears in my eyes, man, in that ballot booth. And we had Michigan, we used felt pens. I'm not making this up. Literally, a tear fell onto the ink right there and smeared it. And I'm like trying to...
So Fish is back, but he's definitely very drunk right now. I just wanted to let you guys know. So I'm going to put him on the couch. What did they say? Nothing yet. We're not going to know yet. We're not going to know yet. So they haven't told me anything yet. He's just drowsy, and he's going to be drowsy for like the next 24 hours is what they were saying. They also cut his toenails, so that was pretty cool. They cut all of his nails. They trimmed it down. Okay, I'm going to play the speech for now. Okay.
Are you still in that job? You got out. Right, but how many of us we think, oh, okay, I'm going to do the safe thing here. I got a family. I got a roof over our heads. I got to do this. I got to do that. That's how they get us, folks. Or this is the genius act of all. That the generations before you, my generation, the generation before me, you know what we paid to go to college? Nothing, or a little bit. And the fact that we allowed this to happen, where we've put you in a debtor's prison for the next 20 or 30 years of your life, that's a crime. That's an absolute crime. And Bernie Sanders knows that. He knows it's a crime. We're going to stop making you pay this to go to university, and we're going to make sure that if you're carrying large debt, that's going to get reduced or eliminated. That is what has to happen right now, and that's what will happen. The risk, yes, the risk. You have to take the risk. I know. Here's what's not safe. I'm going to tell you, this is what's not safe. What's not safe is voting for somebody who voted to send our troops to the Iraq war. That's not safe. That's not safe. And you do not need me to remind you that everyone who voted for that war has lost when they've run for president. If you voted for that war, that's the wrong thing to do. Do we need to learn that lesson a third time? Here's what's not safe. What's not safe is locking up so many of our fellow black and brown citizens. You think we're safer because we did that for these last 30-some years? No. And do you think it's safe voting for the person that wrote that damn mass incarceration bill? I don't think so. So when you see this commercial this week, you just have to ask yourself that question and say to yourself, no, I don't need to be calmed down to tell I'm going to vote for the safe choice. I'm going to vote for the person that I believe, first of all, will defeat Donald J. Trump. Will beat Donald J. Trump. And you've seen the polls where it shows there's actually 4 or 5 Democrats, according to the polls, that beat him. Some by a couple points, some by 3 points, 4 points. Bernie today by 9 points.
Bernie, give me back my viewers. Give me back my viewers, Bernie. What the hell?
Trump. Hillary got 3 million more votes than Trump. It is not enough to beat Donald J. Trump. We have to crush Donald J. Trump with the truth and with a candidate who is the opposite of Donald Trump. That's how we're going to win. That's why the polls show we're going to win. I began by quoting Bernie, saying that he was a son of the working class. That's what he's most proud of. I am a son of the working class. My sisters are daughters of the working class. Many of you are from the working class. And I thought, is this it? Is this the moment? Is this the time that this can happen? And can Iowa do it again? Can Iowa stand up and say, we understand. We know a lot of you don't like that we're first, but we were willing to go into battle first. We're actually willing. The way to look at this with Iowa is that you're willing to take on the responsibility, because what you do is not just about Iowa. Just like Bernie, what he has done his whole life is not just about Bernie.
My man said, is he announcing Half-Life 3?
Student debt.
True.
He gets nothing out of that. He gets nothing out of stopping this climate emergency. Because the people, if we're too late, if we're at that moment where it's too late, what's no greater moment, no more important moment to elect a person that will be relentless in making sure that this stops. And he may, we may get another 20 or 30 or 40 years. And he knows he's not going to be here in 40 years. So why is he doing it? What's he get out of it? What's in it for him? Well, yes, but we have a president who we've seen, even the kids and the grandkids will be thrown under his bus. So, I mean, that is the true narcissist, when he doesn't even give a shit about his own kids or grandkids. Wow, that takes some heavy-duty, psychological, maddening wackadoodle. No. We need you, Iowa. We need you. I am here speaking to you from the other 49 states. We need you a week from this Monday to bring as many people as you can to these caucuses and make a difference this time like it never, they say this every 4 years, but now that was all bullshit. This is the only moment. You don't get a do-over, Iowa, in 4 years. You have to do this. You have to stand up and say enough. Enough when it comes to how we have treated this planet. Enough to how we have treated women. Enough to how we have treated our LGBTQ friends and family members. Enough. Enough of this. Iowa, can you say enough? Can you say enough? Enough! 2 years ago this month, I started making my last film. And it was January, February. And there was a woman running for Congress in the Bronx. And one of my producers, actually he's sitting right down there, came in and said, we should take a crew up to the Bronx and follow her around. I said, how's she polling? He goes, 3%. Whoa. Well, again, why would I want to risk spending a crew and all the effort and time on somebody who's only polling at 3%? But then we looked at some of the things that she had written, some of the things that she had said, and I said, oh my God, she's going to win. And one of the other producers said, no. She's running against one of the most powerful Democratic leaders in the U.S. Congress. And we just decided to throw caution to the wind and go up there and follow her.
One of the doctors lied about the stats? Okay,
and,
I don't trust any news from China.
You know, I am so proud and honored to be standing on
You
this
don't love the spirit of
stage
justice.
with her.
You love
And
your father,
I want to tell her
the devil.
that
I hope the Rogan endorsement doesn't hurt.
in the work and the
Bernie is
research that we've
bullshit.
been
They are
doing for our
throwing
project
everything.
right now,
at
there
him.
are at least
Expected, though, I guess.
another 20 to 30 AOCs around the country running for Congress this year. This year. Running for state rep, state senate, all the other offices. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Because they saw that a young woman who at that time was bartending could actually go to Congress. That thing we've been told since we were little kids, that anybody can get elected, anybody can go to Congress, anybody can be president. Well, we've learned that one is true, actually. But now, there are going to be dozens of women like AOC running this October. And what we're going to have this November 3rd. What that's going to guarantee, and I tell you, from my lips to whoever you believe in's ears, that we are going to give President Sanders a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate. We're going to do that. Yes, we are. I promise you, I believe this in my heart of hearts.
Dude, Gaben is wilding out,
And
dude.
I want to bring out on this stage the person that has inspired this revolution, the person that has made, as Bernie said, more of a difference than any first-term member of Congress, perhaps in the history of the United States. Let's give her a big Iowa welcome. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC.
Tú nos dices que debemos sentarnos, pero las ideas solo pueden levantarnos, caminar, correr, no rendirse ni retroceder, ver, aprender, ponernos para absorber. Nadie solo puede.
Iowa, are you ready?
Para todos.
We got 10 days left. Are you ready? Thank you. Thank you, Michael Moore. That story that he told is very true. I was running for office. This was before my primary. And for some reason, Michael Moore's team reached out to our volunteers and to our movement and was like, hey, can we interview you? And I was like, how'd you even know that I'm out here? And I spent an afternoon just standing on literally a street corner of Jackson Heights in Queens in between canvassing shifts. And we talked about the change that needed to be made. And at the time I was working out of a restaurant and it just seemed so crazy. But I think that when we decide to let go of our fear and lean into our dreams, we'll realize that we can accomplish so much more than we ever thought.
What the
I just got off the plane from New York just a few hours ago. So I spent this morning in the Bronx and I'm ending it in Iowa. And and last night I held a town hall in the Bronx on Medicare for All. And there were a lot of medical students there. There were a lot of people in my community there. And, you know, I told this story. It's a pretty recent story. It's a story about 18 months ago.
Y'all gonna need Medicare for all after that ear rape, dude.
And I was working in a restaurant, and I hadn't seen a doctor in so long that I was starting to get anxious. You know, when you just like haven't gone to a dentist, we haven't gone to a doctor in a while, and just every bump or every time your ankle feels weird, it creates so much anxiety, just the not knowing. And so I saved up a lot of money, a lot of money for me, for most people, so I could go to the doctor.
My ear
And
bleeding,
since I worked
bro.
off of tips, I literally showed up to the doctor with a purse full of cash. And
So am I crazy? Or is everybody hot as fuck in the crowd?
just to make sure. And I sat in the room with my doctor, and I just started to weep.
I think
Because
everyone
I
is
couldn't
just
afford
hot
it.
when they
You
vote
don't
for
love
Bernie.
the spirit of justice. You love
And
your
I
father,
had just
the
shown
devil.
up to the doctor
needs
with a bag
braces.
full of cash to be told that I needed something that I couldn't afford so that I could know if there was something wrong with me or not. And if God forbid there
This
was
old
something
guy,
wrong,
this old
I
guy-
wouldn't know because I wouldn't afford.
Hotties.
I couldn't afford to know. I couldn't afford to know if I could do something to take preventative action to preserve my health. And so I sat there and I just wept. And my doctor just gave me a tissue, said, I don't know what to tell you. She said, but this is the blood test that you need, and come back to me if you can get it. And so this was not long ago. And she said, by the way, what? And I said, I'm running for Congress.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that your ears are protected, you know what I mean? Because I thought it was going to go loud again.
And while now, given the benefit of looking back, of that hindsight, that story feels so much differently now than it did then. Because in that moment, I felt ridiculous. I felt embarrassed, and I felt humiliated. What does a waitress showing up to a doctor with a bag full of cash that can't afford a blood test, what is someone like that doing running for office? That's the exact opposite of power. The exact opposite of power. And I almost felt foolish for saying that I was doing something that felt too big for my britches. But nevertheless, I left and I did what any millennial does, and I Googled free doctor. And I was able to find online at least one of 2 free clinics in New York City that I was able to kind of see online, find online. And I went to the free clinic that weekend. I asked some of my volunteers if they could cover some of the canvassing launches. And I went and I sat in a free clinic, and they told me to show up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I showed up. And I waited 4 to 5 hours.
You don't love the spirit of justice.
From 8 a.m. to
you love
noon,
your
1
father,
p.m.
the devil.
And
Thank you,
I
Ryder
saw
3835,
my neighbors.
for the 3 months.
I saw children. I saw people that didn't look like they needed to go to a free clinic at all walk in over 4 hours. And finally, my name was called, and I walked in, and I was seen by the generosity of medical students that were willing to give a Saturday or a Sunday to see and tend to people in our community. And they took my vitals, they did my blood test, and everything was fine. Everything ended up fine. And I was able to take that, save up for another bag of cash, go back to the doctor, and get a clean bill of health. And that experience, even though physically things ended up fine, that system is not fine. That is not fine. And I am tired. I am
You don't love
tired.
the spirit of justice.
I use zero seasoning.
Policymakers
Father,
and
the devil.
politicians acting like people in free clinics are just those on the fringes that happen to fall
What is
through
this?
the cracks.
What is this?
That's not true. 30 million people
Bro,
in
put the
this
camera
country
away, dude.
are uninsured.
What's
And
he doing?
far more are underinsured. Because before I didn't have insurance, I was paying $200 a month for an $8,000 deductible for catastrophic insurance, which ironically meant I couldn't afford to go to the doctor because I spent all my money on my insurance instead of my doctor.
I'm going back to Bernie's chat. Y'all are
And when we
nasty. Stop
talk
Kumi. She's not being
about
sexual.
the
She's literally at a rally.
immorality
I've never.
of a
Did I say she's being
for-profit
sexual? What are you talking
health
about?
Insurance system. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. No other developed country on earth has a system
You don't love
as
the spirit of
greedy
justice.
and
You love
nonsensical
your
as the
father, the
healthcare
devil.
system in the United States. No other. No other. Now, at the same time, as we are in this room today, the Trump administration is taking the ACA to court in order to gut some of the most transformative provisions in that legislation. It may not have been single payer. It may not have even had a public option, but at least at that point, we had coverage, we had the pre-existing conditions, and they're taking that to court. And if they are successful with this judicial process in making sure that our courts are stacked, we will be very close, or could be very close, back at zero. So the question is, how do we want to imagine our healthcare system to be? And the healthcare system that we want is Medicare for all, no cracks in the system. Every single human being in the United States of America deserves to be able to go to the doctor, deserves to afford their insulin, should never be afraid about what that test will come back, will have access to preventative care. That at its base is such a core part of human dignity, decency in the 21st century. That is what this campaign is about. No matter what, time advances. We decide if society...
I know the audio is going to keep clipping. It's just scuff. What do you want me to do? Do you not want me to watch this?
But just because the clock ticks doesn't mean progress happens. We have to fight for it. We have to demand a radical new vision aligned with the century that we're actually living in. That at its core is what we are fighting
It's not Volume Master. Volume Master's not even on this.
Because I hear out
Volume Master's not even on this tab. Look.
in the public square.
It's on the
we
ones where
talk
there's
about
blue.
Campaigns and debates. People always talk about how policies like Medicare for All, or a Green New Deal, or the decarceration of our unjust system, or breaking up ICE and CBP, they call these
You
things
don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
They call it unrealistic. They call it unrealistic. You know what I think is so funny? I go back to DC, and when we discuss these issues behind closed doors, those folks who argue against those same policies,
You don't love the spirit of
behind closed doors,
justice.
they never tell
You
me
love
it's
your father, the
unrealistic.
devil.
They don't use that same argument in the Capitol. The argument that they use is, we will lose. We will lose if we do this. And aha, now I've gotten to the bottom of this issue. It's not that we can't, it's that we're scared. It's not that we can't, it's that we're scared. I spent so many years of my life scared. I spent so many years of my life scared. I spent years of my life scared that I wasn't going to be able to make rent at the end of the month, scared that I might get sick and not afford a doctor, scared that the lights might be turned off on my mom's house when I get home, scared right now to this day with my grandmother in Puerto Rico who is oxygen dependent, and this horrifying administration isn't participating in being part of the solution. I'm sick of being scared. I want to solve these problems once and for all. We should not be scared of what will happen if we try. We should be scared of what will happen if we don't. The consequences could not be more great.
You don't love
Right
the
What
spirit of
face
justice.
clap?
Right
You
now,
love your father, the
millennials,
devil.
That's so
we
funny.
younger people,
AOC for
we have
Speaker of
lower
the
life
House.
expectancies, worse health outcomes, lower income projections than the generations before us. Mathematically, statistically, that is the definition of a nation in decline. It is up to us to turn it around. And the solutions that, or rather, the trends that got us here will not get us out. More war is not gonna get us out. More fossil fuels is not gonna get us out. More Wall Street speculation is not gonna get us out. More big pharma is not gonna get us out. More lowest common denominator politics will not get us out. We need to build a transcendent, intersectional movement that is rooted in justice.
Shut up, I'm fixing it. Shut up.
Fuels is not gonna get us out. More Wall Street speculation is
It's not fixing it.
not gonna get us
Why the freak did you guys say it's fixing it in YouTube?
us out. More lowest common denominator politics will not get us out. We need to build a transcendent, intersectional movement that is rooted in justice, committed to economic prosperity for working people. I don't want us to measure our economy by the NASDAQ and the Dow anymore. I want us to measure it. I want us to measure it, and I want us to know how much money is going in your pocket. Have your wages gone up meaningfully? Especially, people, oh my God. People want to act like wages have been going up and not tacking them to inflation, not tacking them to the cost of living, acting like it's good enough to get a 3% raise when your rent is going up $500. I mean, when your medication is going up astronomically high, it's not just about inflation. It's about just the overall, the pressure, the cost of life. No person in this country should be too poor to live. What is so controversial about that? I don't know. want to call into the room the spirit of what Philip did earlier. Can we get a big round of applause?
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
I brought fish some flowers while people
Because
happy
that
bouquet.
is what it's going to take. Philip took us to church. And truly, authentically, that's what movement politics feels like. It's different. It's different. It is fundamentally, spiritually, connectedly different. Because that's what living our values needs to be about. Because we have to fight for someone we don't know. And for far too long, our politics, and I'm not just talking about Washington, D.C., I'm talking about how we cast our vote. For far too long, it's been about what is in it for me? What do they got for me? And we need to start asking, what are they doing for my neighbor? My neighbor. We need to know that all of these systems are connected. It's not just about big, bold policy proposals. It's that they are structurally connected. We need to have Medicare for all, but the way that Medicare for all can work is if we forgive student debt so doctors are not crushed under student debt. You know? We need to have a living wage and dignified jobs, because a living wage and a commitment to millions of dignified jobs is exactly how we are going to decarbonize our economy and rebuild American infrastructure with a Green New Deal. And the way that our environmental policy can be advanced is when we center and acknowledge the history of indigenous peoples here in the United States, and not only talk about whose land this was.
No one wants to become a minority in their own country. Don't worry, brother. Considering the fact that you're a racist fucking moron, you're always going to be in the majority. There's always going to be racist morons. So don't worry. You're good.
A very long time.
Own country, by the way.
Questioning our basic logic and assumption. Questioning our basic logic and assumption about so much of what we have allowed to.
Dude, white fragility is a brain damage, dude. It really is. Let me tell you why. Imagine thinking you've become a minority when you represent 66% of the population, when like you represent an overwhelming majority of the institutions, where you still maintain almost all control over every facet of the government. And you feel like you're a minority because black people have like some of the same rights that you do.
You love your father, the devil.
Just some, not all of it. Okay? Most black people are still like living in crippling poverty, still victims to systemic racism. And you're like, oh man, well, but now that we can eat at the same restaurants and, you know, some of them are doing better than me, that must mean I'm a minority. I mean, come on, dude.
It is cultural, it is societal. And really, what we are seeing when generations have worse outcomes, are predicted to have worse outcomes than the ones before, when billionaires coexist with some of the highest rates of homelessness since the Great Depression, when people are starting to have illnesses of despair and addiction, what it says is that the logic of our society is fraying. And it means that we have to write a new story for ourselves. That's deeper That is so much deeper than electoral politics.
Bernie already
And
did.
it's weird because I'm a politician telling you, like, this is bigger than electoral politics. But that's one aspect of it. But the other aspect is how we join hands as a country. Because this is not just about how we win. It's about how we heal. And from our bodies to this land, we are going to need entirely new paradigms of public policy in order to heal. And when anybody tries to tell you that it's unrealistic, just look at today and the last 2 to 3 months. The president didn't do this alone. He did it with the approval of Congress. Both chambers, the House and the Senate, where while on one hand they're telling us that we can't bring down insulin prices and we can't insure every person in this country, on the other hand, they're bringing a space force and authorizing another branch of our military. So there's a whole lot of math that's not adding up on their end in any way, shape, or form. Because I've said it over and over again, they only ask, how do we pay for it? When it comes to educating our children and making sure that our health care is covered and making sure that the people actually enjoy our public systems and saving our planet. They never ask, how are we going to pay for the ravages of the AUMF? They never ask, how are we going to pay to subsidize fossil fuel pipelines? It's amazing how it seems to be so impossible to build a train underground, but a pipeline underground can happen in just a matter of months. We need a commitment to new infrastructure, and it is audacious, and it is bold.
I think it's a little different.
I'm not.
I think the civil engineering is a little bit different for like metro stations versus just like a pipeline. It's definitely a lot easier to just like rip the ground up and put pipelines. As a matter of fact, you know how I know why it's a lot easier? Because they fucking burst all the time. They literally break and seep into the natural water supply literally all the time. Because of the way that they I'm assuming because of the lack of regulation. Yeah, they get approvals right.
So, with that said, we have 10 days left. I want every person in this room to ask, what do we have to give in the next 10 days? It could be canvassing every day. It could be talking to your neighbor. It could be texting your friend. But we all, no matter how small or how large, we all have something to give. All of us, a skill, a talent, an opinion, we all have something to give, and all of it is legitimate. And even if you cannot caucus in 10 days, you still have something to give. Maybe you can babysit for your neighbor while they go off after a long day of work in order to caucus. Maybe you can have a conversation with people and change somebody's mind before you go in there. But we all have something to give. And all of us have power in this moment. We just need to dig down deep and acknowledge it in ourselves. Because this current status thrives on us feeling powerless. As powerless as I did in that exam room when I cried because I handed over a bag full of cash. I felt powerless. But 3 months later, I defeated the fourth most powerful person in our caucus.
Do you think AOC will be the first female president? I hope.
All of us have power. We just need to use it. We have to organize it, and don't demand less for our lives. Thank you all very much.
I have moderation in my chat right now. I have moderation in here. Lake McGroove is in here. He just needed someone. Dude, I muted stream like 15 minutes ago and came back. She's still whining about her bag of cash story. First of all, no, she's not. Secondly, oh my God, dude. Is this how much of a simpleton you are? Like, you're that simple-minded? You can't literally listen to a congresswoman talk about income inequality in this country? Jesus Christ. Bunch of simps, dude. Why can't Ilhan Omar be president? I don't know, because she wasn't born here. Also because she's a Somalian Muslim who, like, has pretty awesome ideas on foreign policy. And what I consider to be awesome is not necessarily going to be a winning ticket for Americans. AOC makes me want to join the resistance, and I'm a pussy. KW. Yeah. I'm going to go see Ilhan Omar tomorrow for a Homes for All thing for Minnesota. You jelly bitch. Yes, I am incredibly jelly. Marky Toast asks, why is Iowa such a big deal? Because the Iowa caucus is incredibly important for the Democrats. It is where the underdogs become the front runners. It is where basically every single person who has won that caucus for the past 30 years has won the candidacy for the Democratic Party. So that's why Iowa is incredibly important. The best example I can give you is Barack Obama was seen as a long shot underdog candidate, and Hillary Clinton was leading in the polls until the Iowa caucus. Obama saw the last surge. He won, and that signaled to the rest of the country, especially to the rest of the Democrats, that, oh wait, like a bunch of corn chuckers can vote for a black guy whose middle name is Hussein. I guess he is electable after all. Partially because Democrats are cowards. I mean, we are perpetually in fear. We are always in fear that like other people around us are going to be much more racist than us. And that's why we shouldn't vote for nice things, or that everyone else is much more pragmatic than we are. We're just super cucked. All the time. You believe that Bernie's going to overperform in the polls like he did last time? I think Bernie Sanders has a good shot of winning Iowa, and a good shot of winning the candidacy, and a really good shot of defeating Donald Trump. Yes. The rich are preparing for the apocalypse better than you? Ooh, this is a good one. 2 days ago from Vice, and it's got 600,000 views. Very
After a
spicy.
ballistic missile launch in November, Kim Jong-un now claims his nuclear weapons program is complete.
I would love to play some Tarkov with Greek.
Last night's alt-right protest with hundreds marching.
But I don't know if he's down to play.
While waving tiki torches.
58 people now dead, more than 500 people wounded in a horrific shooting. There'll be more dark days to come for so many people who've lost everything.
Hi, it's Thomas. It's 9/11. I'm on Wall Street. Unfortunately, not that 9/11, but in this crazy day of climate change, wealth inequality, civil unrest, things could happen at any moment. For years, survivalism has been kind of limited to the DIY set. Kind of people who have, enough spare time to build things like bomb shelters, go bags, as well as just think about the myriad things that could happen to us, like zombie apocalypse, terrorist attack, anything like that. But now the 1% are getting us quit. And as with everything they do, they're getting someone else to do it for them.
You got that tide, so stay away from them. No, keep the gas off. The city's on fire. Exactly. The wheel is off the bus.
The speedboat I'm currently taking.
Dude, this is insane. Like, this is supposed to be news coverage, dude. Dude, Vice has completely lost it, okay?
Across the Hudson.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but still.
Plan B Marine, a company that keeps a fleet of similar craft docked around Manhattan, fueled up and ready to go. Its clients pay up to $6,000 a month to lease their own personal boats so they can escape the island with a quickness should the proverbial shit go down, or hit the fan, or just happen.
And watch out for this wake. It's going to be big. You're going to want to pull back. Pull your throttle back.
Oh, sorry. Did that exactly wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
So the emergencies you're planning for aren't necessarily nuclear apocalypse.
No, we're really against that whole theory of the zombie apocalypse and preppers. We're an insurance policy.
Why do most of the clients who call you, why are they looking for this service?
Some people, it's fear. They're afraid of something happening. It all relates back to September 11th. If something like that...
It's literally 1,000%. 1,000% because not just like climate change and whatnot, but because they know that like there's a very high likelihood that there will be a people's uprising. They know how much money they got. And they know how little money you got. They know that this can't go on for too long, you know. They're not going to give you that money. So some of you are going to try and take it.
That could happen. Something just as bad could happen.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be in that position where they feel helpless.
I remember like during the blackout.
The blackout was the biggest problem. Everyone comes out of the subway.
Yeah.
All the lights are out, so now cars don't move, and the whole city's in gridlock. It's an eye-opener when I speak to some security people. Yeah. What they're worried about was something I never even thought of.
Do you take that with a grain of salt when you talk to police? Okay,
I do,
yeah.
but I'm an optimist, so...
Yeah. An interesting market to be in as an optimist.
I know.
Actually,
it's a service I provide for other people, not myself.
No?
But maybe my head is in the sand like other people, because things happen, and things have happened in the past.
Once you've gotten out of the city, though, the next question is where do you go from there?
Holy crap, dude. This is one of the most incredible pieces of information.
Hasan, why does your Turkish meme of dinosaur and a frog dancing have a reggaeton song in?
Bowie's just sent this, says more than a third, 35% of young Iowans aged 18 to 29 surveyed said they are extremely likely to caucus on February 3rd, 2020. Which, if the survey results mirror actual participation, would represent a threefold increase in estimated youth participation from the 2016 caucuses. This is one of the most incredible pieces of information I have seen on the Iowa caucuses. Historic youth turnout secures a Sanders victory. Do not forget it. Historic youth turnout means it's a wrap. Also, 14% for Buttigieg. What the hell is wrong with people in Iowa? God, 14% of nerds that need to have their underwear pulled over their heads. Seriously. I mean, like, Yang Gang is one thing. Wait. 7% 18 to 29 for Joe Biden? What the hell's going on in Iowa, man? I can't zoom in. Oh, I can. Sanders owns 40%. 40% of the young kids. Of the young vote. 40 freaking percent, dude. Okay, 39. Shut up. Incredible. This is a tough study. Wow.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
We better get e-girl content at PAX.
Ooh, you'll get some e-girl content, baby. Just wait. Ooh, do. All right. Well, we'll take a look at this later, but this is good news, man. If the young people vote, Sanders wins. It's that easy. If you are in Iowa, get your friends to go out and vote for Bernie Sanders. Okay?
You don't love the spirit of justice.
I don't know if I have
You
any
love
fans in
your
Iowa,
father,
because
the
I am
devil.
genuinely thinking
I
about
don't
going
see the
to
lady
Iowa.
in that chart.
Not vote caucus. Yes, caucus.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
If you're not looking to leave the United States, but are looking to leave the main trouble centers, which is basically anywhere where a lot of people live, you can go to less populated districts like here in South Dakota. On our way to essentially a kind of like condominium complex of shelters called VODs X Point.
For Biden is honorary boomers.
Shoes off?
Yeah, we like to take shoes off, keep the floors nice and clean. What do you think?
This is swank.
So this shelter was recently completed. We built it as a showroom for people to come walk through, touch and feel, and see how to do it. You know, the way this works is they come and they go and they build out their bunker over time, and everybody's got different ideas and different plans, and that's fine. We like that. But this one sold for $150,000 just for the improvements, plus the shelter at $25,000, so $175,000. And if you build it out yourself, it'd be about $50,000. You know, that's very reasonable. Well, what do you get for $50,000 in the form of a condo or a cabin in the woods or whatever? Not much.
Do you feel a sense of urgency with getting all these things done, or do you feel like right now?
Yes, and it's a big discussion. We're all having it yesterday.
Yeah.
All I can say is, as a company, Vivos, we're doing the best we can, as fast as we can, for as long as we can.
Yeah.
To build as many shelters, to protect as many people as possible.
Dude, these people are the worst, dude.
Check out the incredible entertainment room we have here for you guys. Incredible what you can do with a bunker.
Oh my God, look at these Kona bros, dude.
Shelters to middle-class preppers, as evidenced by the IKEA meets CB2 furnishings of their show bunker. But an entire cottage industry has sprung up, selling survival skills and resources to the sweetest demographic of all, the 1%. Dan Clark was a bodyguard for some of the corporate world's richest figures before starting Clark International, a security firm in Omaha, Nebraska that teaches executives, famous actors, and other high net worth individuals how to protect themselves and get away from kidnappers, terrorists, assassins, and mobs of angry...
Is he gonna put a fake dildo in his mouth? Different show, never mind. He's like, hey, you have to scream the N-word. The scariest word in the American language. You have to scream the N-word. No, man. I meant noni. Wait, what is he? What was the word? What was the N-word? Noni. That's funny. Noni.
Low to no net worth individuals.
Being in the position that you're in, you may find yourself where you actually have to defend yourself. And there's some fundamentals of self-defense that you should know and that we're going to practice today. Front foot's going to go forward, back foot's going to follow, just like that. That's really good, Thomas. Good. The people of high net worth, not only do they have the regular concerns as the average citizen of the random crime or running across the mentally ill, but the people of real high net worth, they need to be concerned as well as far as targeted crime.
This guy is insane. He defending yourself against the mentally ill? What? Like, what are the mentally ill gonna do? Someone's gonna come up to you and be like, hey, I have borderline personality disorder. Sorry. This is what I learned at my super expensive private defense class. Whoa!
In recent years, have you noticed, has there been an uptick in people coming to you for service?
Yes, absolutely so. I think it's a combination.
My man said, you clearly have never seen an aggressive homeless person. Dude, I live in Los Angeles, bro. I live in the most populated homeless state on the planet. What are you talking about, dude?
Of several factors. I think it's a combination of terrorism. I think it's a combination of potentially being targeted. In addition to a little bit of the political unrest that's going on right now. From here, I'm exploding. Boom, boom, boom. Like
you know, them socialists talking about taking your money.
When you get good enough, you make your own sound effects.
Okay. Part of Clark International's business model is keeping their roster of clients confidential.
It's very good, Thomas.
Okay. Which is always a selling point to the have-mores in society, who like to keep their private lives as private as possible, especially things like what they own and what they're afraid of. To wit, there's purportedly an entire scene of tech billionaires within the prepping.
So, why act like the mentally ill can't be dangerous? One, homeless people aren't all mentally ill. Two, the mentally ill are dangerous is an irresponsible narrative to put together, to put out, which is what I was pointing out because it's kind of funny. There are plenty of people with mental disabilities or mental health issues. They're not running around and trying to kill you. Like, I'm confused by what this is. This guy is just fear-mongering to sell his own business. How are you unable to see that? And he's like a total hoo-ah chud.
Community, who've been buying up bolt hole properties in New Zealand and elsewhere, and which purportedly includes the likes of Peter Thiel, LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman, Reddit founder Steve Huffman, guys it's safe to say are no dummies, especially when it comes to what they do with their capital. At least one tech tycoon, however, is spending his time and money trying to raise the alarm about the economic catastrophe looming in our wealth disparity gap, instead of just preparing to run for the hills in his new Tesla.
Intuition about the future is the essence of good entrepreneurship.
My man, keep highlighting that message about Hasan thinks psychopaths don't kill people. I do think psychopaths kill people. That's part of the reason why they represent a much higher percentage of the prison population and a much higher percentage of the population of people in positions of power. So when psychopaths kill people, they're not killing people directly with their hands like you see in the movies. They're usually causing people to die when they make decisions as CEOs in executive boardrooms. That's the kind of murder that psychopaths commit on a daily basis. But or drone strikes. But keep freaking out over Patrick Bateman coming in to axe murder you, dude.
You love your father, the devil.
So what do I see in our future today, you ask? I see pitchforks, as in angry mobs with pitchforks.
I love these mugs, by the way.
You like our trickle-down mugs?
Yeah. Oh, these are you guys.
Yeah, of course we did. Trickle-down economics, making the rich richer and the poor poorer since
forever. That's cute.
I wrote this piece for Politico a couple of years ago called "The Pitchforks Are Coming for Us Plutocrats."
I remember reading
just
this.
Offered the basic argument, which is that if any society which becomes radically unequal either becomes a police state or devolves into revolution, there aren't any counterexamples to that, and that we should try to avoid that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's plan B. In 1980, the top 1% of Americans got about 8% share of national income, and the bottom 50% of Americans got 17.7%. Fast forwarded to like 2007, top 1% had gone to almost 23%, while the bottom 50% had fallen from 17 to like 11.
Wow.
All you have to do is take that trend, just imagine it goes for another 20 or 30 years. That arrangement does not resemble what we currently have. Democracy is gone, the normal economy is gone, you're living in some sort of weird feudalist hellscape. It's hard to believe that we're going to be able to get the country back on track without some pretty crazy stuff going down.
Crazy in what sense? What do you see as happening?
I mean, I think that you're going to see a ton of social unrest play out over the next 10 to 20 years.
Do people still have contingency plans? I remember around the time at the WTO, there was a lot of talk about like Batman tunnels and stuff like that through the city. Are people?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody, like in my world, everybody's like, where are we going to go?
Living condition. Hey, chat. Let's make fun of Steven Pinker in the chat. Chat, we got Steven Pinker up in here. Living conditions are the best they've been in the history of humanity now, but we're living in a hellscape. Okay. Oh man, technological achievements have actually made lives much better. Just because, hey, we don't live in caves anymore, okay? Surf. Know your place. We're actually in a much better situation than we were when we were fucking cave-dwelling Neanderthals. You shouldn't advocate for better things. You shouldn't advocate for a better distribution of wealth. You should know your place, peasant. Things are much better now. We invented penicillin. Come on. We're not dying of the Black Plague anymore. How are you going to sit here and complain? Cook.
The Raven Ridge Survival Condo was originally constructed as an intercontinental ballistic missile silo in the 60s. After its ICBM was taken out, the silo sat derelict for 40 years until developer Larry Hall bought it to make into a data center that could withstand the shockwave from a nuclear explosion. Then he had a change of heart and decided to convert his plans for a server farm into a shelter for the most precious data of all, human civilization.
Hi.
Thomas.
Hello.
Larry Hall. Welcome to the Survival Condo.
Tarkov!
Full-floor condo units at Ravens Ridge start at $2.5 million, for which you get not only unlimited food, water, electricity, and breathable, non-radioactive air, but as many creature comforts as you can fit into a 15-story hole in the ground.
Okay, this is literally Fallout. This is actually Vault Tech. Like, this is insane. Like, the other ones were at least like, oh, one-offs. Like, I'm just living inside of a vault by myself. Like, this is literally Vault Tech. Like, you're going to see the Tunnel Boys in a second come out and...
This is the dome. Then you have the mechanical level, medical security level. This is the dental chair. And then this is the exam room. We've got all this thing set up. Store level with hydroponics and aquaculture. We'll have tomatoes and lettuce and kale. And we also have music in here because plants respond to classical music. And the residential levels are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. It's about 940 square feet of living space in here.
How many units are there total?
12.
Are they all occupied or also all spoken for?
Yeah. Wow. Then there's a library and classroom.
This book's amazing.
The exercise and spa level, the theater and lounge, and then the pumps and storage.
As talking with owners, have you learned anything that has stoked or diminished your concern for an event happening sometime in the near future?
Yeah, I've had a lot of new inquiries from very wealthy people. I guess what's interesting is that a lot of these people have a lot of money and political connections, and therefore I imply that they have access to information that I don't have.
Chat, remember the coordinates of this place, okay? Just remember. It'll be useful one day.
Access to, and there's something bothering them that makes them worried. So it's made me, think I'm on the right track. So the whole place was engineered to make life normal here for an extended period of time. And that's what makes this place so much more survivable. People look at a bunker and they look at, oh, well, how much is it? And you just don't know what all goes into it. But this is not just a bunker. This is designed to make life normal for extended periods of time under the harshest of conditions.
Do you ever look forward to, not the events leading to situation where you're locked in, but the idea of being locked in and getting to use all this?
No.
How does it feel to put so much work into something you hope won't be used?
It feels good because and my owners have all said the same thing.
Bro, not to like body shame, but like this guy literally looks like he would be a villain in a movie that plots the downfall of the planet exclusively so people will live inside of his bunkers. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he's already plotting the next nuclear holocaust just so everyone can live in his bunkers together. And then he owns the bunker and he owns everyone. He's like, ooh, you guys are my little toys in here. That sort of thing.
Mind. I have a plan, and if something bad happens, I know what I'm going to go do. And that's what people get is peace of mind, you know, that if the unthinkable happens, that they've got a plan to keep life good for their family.
How's that body shaming?
The first bunker was 54,000 square feet of living space. The new one is 3 times the size. It's 150,000 square feet.
Are any of those sold yet, or?
Half the units already.
Kind of wild now when you think about it, because they have these like multi-million-dollar mega mansion bunkers in New Zealand. Peter Thiel has one, like a bunch of other people have them. Not like this. This is for like the 1%, but the 1% of the 1%, they all go to New Zealand and purchase land and purchase these crazy bunkers for themselves that are like literal mansions underground. So what's really interesting to me about all of this is that the wealthy would rather destroy the planet and live inside of like a fucking bunker for the rest of their lives than try to fix climate change by drastically reorganizing our global economy. Like they would rather have all of their money and live inside of a fuck bunker with the entire planet destroyed, where they have to sit around and jerk off until the day that they decide to finally kill themselves, but still maintain their wealth, than to try to fucking solve any of these problems. And the best part about it is we let them have that kind of wealth. It's pretty cool. The best part about it is there's still people in my chat who are like, that's socialism, bro. What are you going to take away their wealth, dude? That's disgusting, dude. They earned it, dude. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm a cuck. My boss, he actually worked 1 billion times harder than I did to earn $1 billion. Yeah, sir. He didn't just work hard. He also worked smart. So he deserves it.
Are spoken for. So we're going to hit the ground running pretty quick on that.
It's not about effort, it's value creation. Interesting that you say that, because there is no value without labor, so shut the fuck up. Maybe it's time workers got to advocating for their own best interests a little bit better through what is known as collective bargaining.
Now.
Good video, though. I mean, that was fun. This is a genuine question. What about tech companies where the workers are paid very well? Still doesn't matter. I recently found out my old employee SNHU established an internal union but excluded the hour employees. Yeah, they do that all the time. Yo, this was entertaining. Can we watch more shit like this about doomsday and whatnot? That title is triggering and literally making fun of us. WTF? Still doesn't matter, Pepega. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize if a multi-billion-dollar company is offering crumbs to some of their fucking to some of their coders, to like 5 coders, then it's okay. All of a sudden, exploitation has been eliminated. That's cool. Meanwhile, the real estate marketplace is adjusting to that kind of wealth and absolutely destroying that neighborhood. And the people that still have to clean your fucking toilets can no longer live there, so they have to commute for 4.5 hours. Oh, Pepega, you really owned me with your Pepega comment. Tyler 1 dead channel lol W. Not crumbs, but paying $300,000 a year as exploitation. Yeah, if the company is making multiple billions of dollars, $300,000 a year is still exploitation. Especially when the janitor is not making fucking $300,000. When most of the people are not making $300,000 in that corporation. Hasan, will you have sex with me if the world is ending? No, Tyler Weebnam, I will not. No, I will not. I will not have sex with Raj either. Is Logan Paul good now? Will you stream during the nuclear holocaust? Heck yeah, I will, dude. Keep those donos coming, baby. Siding with the billionaires is exactly what the billionaires want. Imagine being that stupid they think that they deserve it. Yeah, dude. It's just like... Oh my god, you guys, stop sending me this.
And quote.
If the revolution ain't gonna be streamed, then fuck it, I'll probably miss it.
Ask you to be open to getting to know the human being to your left and your right. The human being that you've been fighting for, the human being that has been fighting for you, the human beings who form the most powerful movement.
Yo, that is drip, dude. My man is wearing, it looks like Billionaires Boys Club. And at first I thought, that is literal youth pastor drip, by the way. Because he is a youth pastor, isn't he? I thought it was BBC. And it turns out he's wearing a Billionaire Shouldn't Exist shirt that looks like BBC.
In the history of electoral politics. So if you'll indulge me, I want you to kindly ask your neighbor, can I hold your hand?
Damn, dude. People are out here getting hand-holding out of the way on Bernie Sanders rallies. This is why you need to caucus for Bernie, chat. Who else is letting you hold hands when you're out here?
All right, all right. Okay, so if you have permission and you're holding the hand, I want you all to close your eyes and just follow my instructions. Is that all right? If you grew up in a happy home, please squeeze your hand. Gently. If you grew up in a home that wasn't so happy, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever wondered where your next meal might come from, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever been harassed or catcalled as you walk down the street, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever been told to stop crying, that tears are cracks in your armor and signs of weakness, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever fallen ill and self-medicated or ignored it because the bill might hurt more than the ill, please squeeze your hand. If you've lost a job, please squeeze your hand. If you've laid awake at night wondering if your son or your daughter was going to come home safely, please squeeze your hand.
Fish, my
if you've
son.
ever been assaulted, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever sat in a Planned Parenthood or a free clinic waiting alone, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever been pulled over by a police officer and prayed to God that you'd make it home, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever gone to war, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever gone to war with your mind, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever had to dodge a bill collector's incessant calls, please squeeze your hand. If you ever smoked a joint or a blunt while listening to your favorite artist, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever been misgendered or judged for your identity, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever had to wake up at the crack of dawn to catch a bus or ride to visit a loved one behind bars, please squeeze your hand. If you've ever had to argue with a family member about a prehistoric idea, please squeeze a hand. If you'd ever wondered if a loved one may be deported, please squeeze your hand. If you believe in the power of love in action, please squeeze a hand. If you believe in the power of human beings to change history and rewrite their tomorrows, please squeeze a hand. If you believe that there is nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come, that the long arc of the universe always bends towards justice, please squeeze a hand. If you are ready to work every day as a creator of your life, to do everything in your power to build a political revolution that will shake the very foundation of this empire, please squeeze a hand. Now raise them. And though Nina Turner couldn't be here, our national co-chair couldn't be here, I want you to repeat after me. With these hands, we will rebuild our communities. With these hands,
Excuse me.
We will free our
sorry.
people from prison.
I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
My hands
With
are
these
broken.
hands, we'll fight for a nation that makes our grandparents and our grandchildren proud. With these hands, we will build power and transformation. With these hands, we will do miracles. Now repeat after me. Power, transformation, and miracles. We want it. We need it. We got to have it. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
The spirit of justice.
Tell your neighbor thank
loved
you.
Your father, the devil.
I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cheesy for me. It's not for me. Sorry. I know you guys probably all liked it, but it's not for me. It's not for me. Anti-capitalist social club? Wait, I made TYT make those.
I love the system. I can now remove the tinfoil hat.
Hi Hasan, I am currently high, but you make US politics very entertaining. Ty.
Thank you. Young Bernard. Made it for TYT, get 0%.
Mexican babies? You're a racist!
Looking for unban or temporary ban instead of perma. Said something provocative, but it was not hate speech or an attack. Will be wiser with my words next time. Promise. Please Hasan, Pepe sad.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Please respond. Does that little fish need to be picked up to get off the couch? That's pretty cute, but pretty high maintenance.
No, it's because he's... Why are you crying? What's wrong? Why? Hold on, I gotta put him back up. I gotta put the baby back up. Dude, every part of the Every part of healthcare is hard. Hasan, you need to go to Iowa. I want to go to Iowa. I want to go to Iowa and go to the caucus parties and like IRL stream there.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
I make $185 a day at work after taxes. I rack body panels for cars and trucks. Each panel brings a profit of $145 to the company. It takes me 30 seconds to rack just 2 parts. So for 7 hours and 59 minutes I am working for free. Workers are being exploited.
Hasan, what do you think of the new coronavirus? I don't know what it is, but I have a pain right here, and it's probably the coronavirus, dude. What did you do to Fish? I beat his ass. He deserved it. Too many coronas? How is Doggo? Did you see a different vet? Yeah. I went to see a different vet, but that different vet also grifted me or ripped me, dude. Pakistani streamer gets vulnerable, shows fries.
Bitch. Said wait, I didn't hear the answer to my question. You cut out.
Yeah, I don't think so if I have any gay friends, because I don't have any friends at this moment. That's my answer. And I'm not even kidding. I literally don't. Look, fries.
Front bitch. Said wait, I didn't hear the answer to my question.
Oh. Oh, that's so sad, dude. Dr. K tries to get Twitch chat to analyze a question.
So the first thing that I want to do is, what do you guys notice about the stuff that I've highlighted? It's yellow. You know, every time I underestimate Twitch chat or overestimate Twitch chat, I get so owned. You guys own me so hard. Yes, that is true. You guys are correct. The things that I've highlighted are yellow.
Why? Like, why would you do that? Doesn't this guy have a massive brain? Has his massive brain still not realized that like everything you see in Twitch chat is shit posting? Overwatch League, Call of Duty League, and Hearthstone Esports will exclusively be streamed on YouTube Gaming. Tight. So I guess no one's going to watch them anymore. That's pretty cool. Well, I guess no one really watched him to begin with, right? Greek stream snipes XQC IRL and surprise them with GGX merch.
You love your father, the devil.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
There's plenty of... Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Oh, of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Hold on, let me mute this. Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you grown.
I'm glad he muted it. Professional streamer, by the way. Professional streamer, by the way.
up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name.
Why is your hand so scuffed?
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Well, to be fair, this is exactly what a XQC stream sounds like. It just sounds like the TTS is now like an old-timey lady. You know what I mean? Like, this is exactly what most XQC clips sound like. At least this time, it's not saying 777777 Pepega, 777 XQC. What the fuck is wrong with you? You are such a fucking degenerate. 7777, you fucking stupid simp. 777. And instead, it's like coherent sentences.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory.
Perfect. There we go.
Do you believe me?
What is that?
Well, you always were a kidder,
What the fuck is this?
I'm serious.
That's your new shirt,
Sure.
mate.
Poggies, dude. How come they get special edition merch?
Father, the devil.
Bro, they thanked you, by the way. No, but it was people for Bernie. That doesn't count. I want Bernie Sanders to thank me. I want Bernie Sanders to say, thank you for all your tireless work. People for Bernie are reply guys for me, too. Bernie doesn't thank Chads. I want Bernie to say, yeah, okay, good. We all voting Liz, though, so true. Dude, I have an announcement to make. I feel kind of bad that I banned the Americana the other day. I think he blocked me on Twitter and stuff. Like, I think he was really hurt. And he like blocked me on Twitter. And now the top most liked comment on any of my tweets is no longer a photo of me with a tiny head or a photo of me with tiny legs. I blocked my biggest debater. I banned my biggest debater and he blocked me. I literally looked to see if he would comment on any of my tweets. And he hasn't commented on any of my tweets. So I looked back on all of my old tweets to see if he where his name was, to find where he was. And I realized he blocked me. Is that the debating guy? Yeah, it is. And I actually felt sad. Banned you back? Yeah, he did. So I'm gonna unban him. I don't know if he's in here, but I unbanned him, but I miss his trash clips. Yeah. I miss his trash clips from like 8 months ago with like 1 view on it. I blocked you too. Why am I not banned? Shut up, Nathan Head. Wait.
You don't love the spirit of justice.
Oh my God.
Your father, the devil.
Oh my God.
Screams in the voice. Insight. You bring.
Oh my God. He literally just did that.
You look up on YouTube real
I
engineering.
missed you, Pastor Biker, in chat.
I find it interesting. The entire channel is dope, but this one stood out for you.
He's back, dude.
Justice. You loved your father, the
How is he so fast? I hadn't even unbanned him. He literally. I hadn't even unbanned him, and he is already He's ready for the post, dude. Gonna ban him again now. You son of a bitch. Oh man. Insane, dude. This motherfucker blocked me. I was like, I think I was a little harsh on him for banning him for just saying that I'm like Bad Bunny. This is my favorite clip that he always links. No, you always link this. This is your clip, Amini. God, why do I know all the degenerates by name? It's like I honestly feel like I'm a kindergarten teacher sometimes, and you guys are all like little children. And I know all of your worst tendencies. It's so stupid. This is not useful information to like swirl around in my brain. I have to forget. I wonder what kind of important things I forgot now that I know all of this shit. You know what I mean? Like I forgot like my first kiss because I know that Omni posts this dumb clip all the time. What the fuck are you guys doing?
You're playing checkers, he's playing chess.
Kanishmis, it's because you're a fucking lurker. You've forgotten theory to remember shitters in the chat and their clips. Yeah. Oh. You really want to remember making out with an anime pillow? Yes.
Justice. You love your father, the devil.
I am so glad Fish is home safe 3.
Thank you, Izzy, for the freaking 17 months, dude.
Talk politics for like 2 hours today.
Yeah, we
I missed out on all of that.
I am so woefully.
I was ready to come in,
politics
dude.
talk, dude. I like
Same.
when you guys were doing it, I was like,
so
I don't know. I can't. I have no opinion because I'm so fucking apathetic to this shit, dude. I just
I
can't
don't
get
give a
it,
fuck about politics.
dude.
Probably should, but
I was like, I'm gonna let the big boys duke it out, and I'm gonna fucking go.
we talk politics for like 2 hours today.
Yep.
Wait, is this like after I left or something? What up, Raj? Ignored $20 dono for weird. And they talked about streamer issues for 2 hours. Yo, I hate streamer issues. I think I can't stand talking about streamer issues. Like, I don't have a problem talking about it with other streamers in private. But I cannot stand talking about it on like a show because I always feel like no one in the chat cares. You know what I mean? I always feel like people in the chat are just like, oh, come on, wrap it up.
System. I can now remove the tinfoil hat.
My mom and dad found my lowly collection under my bed. They kicked me out yesterday saying that I am a creep and am dangerous to my little sister. I have nowhere to go. Please help me. I jerked off to a Megaman pig and ran out of water. Help me.
What? What is Megaman? Wait, if I type this, am I going to be on a government list? Arch Wizard of the Crimson Demon Clan? It's just it's from a funny anime. It's safe. She is my waifu. It's a game/character. Megamind is part of the FBI. Mega Man, you coomer. No, he said Megumin. It's a character from an anime, I think. Oh, ow. I wasn't a big fan of yours until I started watching the stream. I knew you worked for TYT, but I wasn't sold until I found out we share the same ideology, and I've been here every stream since. Thank you, Dad Stonio. You didn't say Mega Man. Konosuba? No, I've never watched Konosuba. Dude, that's weird, man. Don't jerk off to 14-year-old anime characters, guys. Please. Seriously. What the fuck? Yeah, I have caught up on My Hero Academia. I'm on like 143 or something, episode 143. And honestly, it's so much better. Like the elections arc is better than the Ant arc. Sorry. Whatever. I don't know if that's the right number or not. It's just what it is on my pirated website. Oh, Hunter x Hunter. I was thinking Hunter x Hunter. I don't know why I said My Hero Academia. Sorry. No, I haven't caught up to My Hero Academia. I watched the first 2 episodes of the newest season, and then I stopped because I was caught up to. I was trying to finish Hunter x Hunter. Sorry. Most people understood exactly what I meant, by the way. Real weebs understood exactly what I meant. Did you know that Killua's sister is trans? Wait, really? Sorry, the reason why I was pause champing is because I was literally reading a tweet on my other monitor. Sorry. It's Charlotte Clymer, the trans lady that like wait, is she trans? I don't know if she's trans. The queer army veteran. Doesn't matter. She works for the Human Rights Campaign. And she's like fucking losing her mind over Bernie. And saying like, fuck Bernie Sanders. Like Bernie, this is a pathetic response. I'm done. It's clear that the Bernie Sanders campaign does not care about holding transphobia accountable among the many other things that Joe Rogan is perpetuating on his program. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. And this is going to probably be upsetting, but like, do people think that like out of the almost 60 million people that voted for Hillary Clinton, like none of them were transphobic? Like, what are they? What the fuck are these people saying? I mean, also Hillary was literally transphobic, but that's. Like, I don't understand. Here's the thing I do not understand. And people say, like, oh, you're a class reductionist or whatever whenever I preach this. But, like, it's genuinely hard to push people outside of their comfort zones, let alone completely redefine their worldview and shatter their pre-existing biases that they've cultivated over social conditioning for, like, fucking 4 decades, okay? So, like, you have to give him a little carrot. It's not before you hit him with the stick. The carrot in this circumstance should be economic populism, left-wing economic populism. I don't get it. Like, how are you going to build class solidarity, like, by just what, yelling at people until they're not transphobic? Like, I don't understand this. Why do people think that, like, this is going to work? Most people don't have empathy. And it's not just for trans issues either. This is for, like, this is for everything. And it's not like Bernie Sanders has been a staunch advocate for like all manner of LGBT related issues for his entire political career. His advocacy is centered around this. So, like, trying to convert chuds by getting a Rogan endorsement is an ultimately good thing. I think you're strawmanning intersectional socialists with libs, Hasan. And speaking of the Human Rights Campaign, I've already memed on them too much in here. And, like, it always brings out some of the libs. They get triggered when I say this, but, like, they give awards to Lockheed Martin and his shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck them. Like, the HRC's entire purpose is to legitimize... Oh, Noah B, here we go. That was one of the libs. The HRC's entire purpose is to legitimize, like, the death and destruction that the United States of America does, or justify it in some way, while poo-pooing every other... They raid every major company. I know. That's not a good enough excuse, man. How is Joe Rogan transphobic? Dude, Joe Rogan is transphobic. Okay? I mean, he fucking is. He literally, I mean, he said a trans woman that was fighting cis women was a man. Like, he yelled that a bunch of times. He talks about this narrative all the time. It doesn't get more transphobic than that. What do you want him to do? Like, actually fucking fight, like, kill a trans woman? Is that, because, like, literally, that's the next step, okay? In transphobia, you're like, you misgender someone on purpose when you have a massive platform. That's pretty fucking transphobic. That's like Ben Shapiro level transphobic. And then the next level above that is just, like, literally killing a trans person. So, like, he's one step below literally killing a trans person. So I'm sorry. I guess he's not transphobic then. This is the oh, well, he called a black man the N-word with a hard R. It's not like he lynched a black person, so he's not racist. Meme. This is why, LMAO, this is why nobody takes the far left seriously. You are the problem. Dude, homie. Oh God, this fucking, oh, yeah. This always brings out the worst of the worst in people that are normally normal people that turn into, like, mega chuds.
You love your father, the devil.
Sorry, that was a bad take. Okay, there's, like, 3 different steps between being, as far as transphobia goes, it's pretty bad. It's the worst. It's out of control. One of the worst things you can do is, like, purposefully and deliberately misgender someone is one of the worst things you can do without, like, actually causing physical harm to them. But your personal misgendering of people on purpose on a large platform is probably going to cause them physical damage down the long run. Okay? All right. That's a 9-monther. Anytime someone says fucking backpedal, dude, anytime someone says fucking backpedal for further clarification in amidst like a heated conversation, nothing triggers me more than that. It is such a fucking dumb ass edgelord. I'm a debate lord on the internet and I fucking owned you mentality. It is so disgusting, dude. Never say anything. Never say anything unless you're 100,000% like ready to defend it till the day you die. And if I never back down, then I'm a stubborn dipshit.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You loved your father, the devil.
Transphobia.
Misgendering trans women on a large platform is one of the easiest ways to make trans women's lives less survivable. Yeah, I'm trying to describe this to people in the chat, but they're not going to get it. Oh, every single time, every fucking time we have this conversation. Every fucking time, dude. Every fucking time. Actually, there's like 3 additional steps in between misgendering someone on a public platform and bringing on a tremendous amount of hate into their lives because they're trans at a time when you know a lot of people are fucking transphobic. That's actually, there's also a couple different layers there. He's not being discriminatory against trans people by virtue of them being trans. It's not like he's not allowing them to live in their houses that he owns in his rental properties. Like, okay, dude, yeah, there's like a couple different layers before you like actually attack a trans person physically. Like, I'm already defending the fucking Rogan endorsement. I've been a fan. I used to be a big fan of Joe Rogan, a giant fucking mega fan of Joe Rogan. Before you probably even found out about his fucking podcast and became like a BJJ fan, okay? He's an uneducated boomer. What the fuck? The left is so disconnected from reality. People have no idea about this shit, and you treat them as they're educated but choose to hate trans people. Hey, I know that, okay? I know that, dumbass. I know that. I say it literally all the time. Just because you caught one piece of my fucking conversation doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge that most people... Like, do I have to say this every single time I have this conversation? That, yes, most people are transphobic. Yes, gender is closely tied to people's identities and those, like, rigorous gender constructs that we've developed and cultivated for centuries. That changes, by the way, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is in contemporary society now is everything to you, and like anything that shatters that perception is seen as like life-threatening to a lot of these fucking chuds because they can't see outside of the universe that they've been educated in, and that like that's part of the reason why it's expected that most people are going to be very chud-like and very transphobic. Good. Are you happy? I said the same thing that I say literally every single time I talk about this.
You don't want to kill Mexican babies? You're a racist!
That's kinda why some people didn't like his endorsement, no? Like we wouldn't want for someone who said the N-word with the hard R to endorse Bernie cause it will look bad. Isn't the same for a transphobe.
Someone who said the N-word with a hard R? I mean, it depends. It's completely situational.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You loved your father, the devil.
It's okay when it's not. No, now it's not the same. No, I think it is the same. I don't have a problem with Joe Rogan's endorsement. Just like I wouldn't have a problem depending on who the fuck the person is, what their entire career is, what they represent. If Destiny endorsed Bernie Sanders, I'd be like, that's great. That's fucking tight, dude. That is incredibly fucking tight. I love that, okay? I do. I think that would be awesome. There you go. Are you fucking owned now because I'm consistent intellectually and morally? I think the Warren stans are trying too hard here. Maybe next topic. Yeah, they're just Warren stans who are upset about this are just upset because mommy didn't get to go on the Joe Rogan show. Watch this Joe Rogan clip. I've never seen you talk about this. What is this?
The Joe Rogan experience.
I want to know how the divorce laws came to be. I do. I want to know. Somebody must have written a book on it. I just want to know how we got to this place where, first of all, this idea that you have to live in the style of.
this is incredibly important before we get into like Chud Mar and his like dumb takes on divorced dads or whatever. I hate him. I mean I despise him. He's so annoying. But before we get to him, the last thing I want to say is this. If fucking chuds are voting for the most progressive presidential candidate that has ever existed, perhaps in the last 30 years, with like maybe one or two exceptions, then that's a good thing. There are chuds that are fucking literally, like, they're still voting. It's not like chuds are voting for Bernie Sanders and Bernie's like, all right, I guess I'm going to start misgendering trans people now. Like, it doesn't work that way, okay? They're still fucking voting for a guy who's like, they're still voting for a guy who wants to fucking make gender confirmation surgery free. Like, what the fuck? Most progressive? I hate broads. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. What about cup noodle? I don't know why you always ask me that. What if they vote for Bernie? Then we'll win. Yeah.
You love your father, the
Oh, no, guys.
I think you're amazing. Here's my favorite Bernie song.
If like racists and sexists and transphobic people end up voting for the not racist, not transphobic, and not sexist candidate. Okay, maybe not the last one. No, I'm just kidding. That's a bad thing. That's bad. He won in a bad way. He won by cheating. It's cheating to get the chuds to vote for you. It's cheating. It's like, is that really? You think not a single chud voted for Obama? Not a single chud voted for fucking Hillary Clinton? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Bitch, we're trying to get 100 million people to fucking vote for a person, okay? There's going to be a lot of chuds. There's going to be a lot of racist people. There's going to be a lot of sexist people. There's going to be a lot of homophobic people. It takes time to fucking educate these people. Okay? God damn, dude. God damn. Half of your parents are fucking racist assholes. If you got a single... wait, hold on. Think about it this way. Next time you have this kind of opinion. Your parents are probably dipshits, okay? There's a very high likelihood just by virtue of their age group that they probably have a lot of chud-like fucking opinions on shit, okay? And if you got your parents to fucking vote for Bernie Sanders, that's a W, isn't it? So shut the fuck up.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
Yeah, if your fucking asshole dipshit dad, who is probably kind of homophobic, goes out and votes for Bernie Sanders, you would chalk that up as a W, right? Think of it that way, okay? Think about it like that. My parents are neo-Nazis. Zero chance they will vote for Bernie. Tell them it's socialism is National Socialism. Okay, dude, I can't hear you. I'm too busy listening to 100 gex right now. Can you wrap this up and get back to reacting? I've been up way too late, but my mom will catch me soon. What is a chud? I am Zoomer, so I don't know. Chud is just like Trump supporters, reactionaries, racists, that sort of thing. Kind of been baiting the incels a lot recently with train-like behavior. Yeah, real train-like behavior to say that like the definitely not sexist candidate is getting fucking attacked by the media and being portrayed as a sexist. Definitely shouldn't meme that at all. Bill Maher, in what world is Bill Maher a chud? In the world that I exist in, where Bill Maher is an old, annoying shitlib who is incredibly Islamophobic, and has a lot of reactionary tendencies and a lot of reactionary leanings that he tries to mask by being a fucking liberal heartthrob for old decrepit boomers. Look at what Maul's made. Whoa. Crazy.
I love the system. I can now remove the tinfoil hat.
My
Tim Bill
mom
said
is
the
a
N-word on TV. He did.
libertarian, and I convinced her to vote for Bernie.
But if Chuds vote for Bernie, then the Dems will win. Yeah, imagine winning, dude. That would be crazy. Listen, it's not a victory if like a single racist person votes for the Democrat. Meanwhile, we should do everything in our power to make sure that those racist people in suburbs that make over $300,000 a year by literally going on television and advocating to fucking bomb Iraqi villages, those people are good. Those racists that actually know fucking better and still justify genocide, those are the guys we want to vote. Those are the guys whose votes we need to have because they don't like the way that Donald Trump talks about American imperialism. If he was a little bit nicer, they would definitely vote for Republicans openly, those never Trumpers. And they probably still do vote for the Republicans regardless because they're the same fucking kinds of dipshits. But yeah, I hate racist people when they are working class. When people are racist but very wealthy and they are able to hide their racism with clever language tricks, then it's okay. Because I don't care about racism. I just care about the aesthetics. But you're okay with Joe Rogan? Bitch, I've been fucking criticizing Joe Rogan since day one. Shut the fuck up. Is lib short for liberals or libertarians? Liberals.
I want to be nonpartisan here. A week before, he said Biden's got a big corruption problem. That's a talking point from the Republicans. That's a talking point from the Republicans. There's no basis of fact for that. Well, he's got a.
I am a racist, and I am going to vote for Bernie. Now, if he wins, the win is tainted. Ha 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 ha.
Oh man. Wait, guys, hold on. My man, by the way, just said Biden is not corrupt. Where did this come from, dude? New information for me. Let's hear what he has to say. Remember all the libs got mad at me when I talked about Biden's corruption, including Hutch, by the way. When I was like, Biden is old school corrupt. He sends his children all around the world, trading on his name recognition and his position of power in American government to get unearned wealth and extract unearned wealth from, you know, all these other fucking wealthy dipshit companies. That's definitely corrupt. It's just old school corrupt. We're really going to carry water for Republican conspiracy theories? No, the Republican conspiracy theory is that like Ukraine, not Russia, fucking hacked the DNC and blamed it on Russia. Republican conspiracy theories are saying stuff like Joe Biden like tried to accelerate the Burisma, accelerate the international investigation into Burisma exclusively so he could benefit his son. Those are conspiracy theories. But saying that Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, got a job by virtue of being the best possible person, the most knowledgeable person on fucking natural gas, and that's why he got a $750,000 a year job at Burisma after testing positive for cocaine and being discharged from the Navy, is idiotic. That's not a fucking conspiracy theory. That's like actual, that is literal actual corruption. That's not corruption. It's shady and nepotism, but those aren't corruption. That's outrage culture for you. No, it's 100% corrupt as fuck. And it's not the only job that Hunter Biden has gotten. And it's not the only time that like Joe Biden's children have worked with international corporations by like utilizing the Biden last name. Nepotism at that level is 100% corruption. It's not like Joe Biden is fucking running a car dealership and his son's about to take over. You know what I mean? He's the fucking vice president. Oh my God. Yes, my uncle is corrupt, dude. You are correct. Yes, you owned us. Jank, with his 26 employee YouTube company, had the same kind of international power as the vice president of the United States. Thank you for your enlightened take. Moron. Jesus Christ. You have young viewers calm down, baby rage. You're right.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Agus
I'm
Trust
out of
says, for
control.
what
I
it's worth, you
apologize
did
for
teach
that.
me about my own internalized
Apologies.
transphobia when you talked
Late
about trans
React
people in
Andy
sports
here,
yesterday. Thank
but
you.
I searched JRE trans discussion. Joe said that he didn't care about what people did with their bodies but critiques the surprise that people have when MF transitioned athletes win the female league. Seems fair to me.
Misgendering a trans person, a trans athlete, because you're upset that trans women get to compete against cis women, and like spreading a lot of anti-trans misinformation in that realm, when there is at least academic evidence, some academic evidence to suggest that this transphobia is largely overblown, or the competitive advantages are largely overblown, is definitely transphobic. Specifically misgendering them because you're angry at trans people competing with cis women, well, that's really transphobic. That's just mask off transphobic. One day the Nobel worker will be free to do as he, she, they pleases. DSA Rose, a better world is possible. DSA Rose. Oh my God. That's incredible. This is true. He does. What's your opinion on the clip about marriage and that Joe Rogan says it benefits women more than men? New Wall Street Journal reports that the majority of Gen Z will not be married. Dude, you know what? If Joe Biden wins because of all the apathy and because people are just desperate for a return to normalcy, at least like wealthy enough people that end up voting, and the dumb people that end up voting for Joe Biden just simply are voting because they want to return to like the Obama era, as if it was so great under Obama. When that happens, and then Donald Trump just does full court press over Hunter Biden's long career where he destroyed African-American families and presents himself as the woke king by saying, well, I passed the First Step Act, lowest unemployment rate for African-Americans. What has Joe Biden done? He's the reason why your grandfather went to jail, and so did your dad and your mom probably at some point. It's going to be great when that happens. And then liberals will write 7,000 articles about how it was the Bernie bros that sullied the race by pointing out Joe Biden's corruption, as though Trump doesn't have a fucking dedicated Oppo research team. Imagine thinking they're stupid. Like, imagine thinking the Trump team wasn't clever enough to defeat Hillary Clinton and her team of wonks. And that, like, the Hunter Biden shit is not going to come back and haunt the Democratic race. I mean, what did I tell you guys? When the impeachment stuff first started, I was like, why the fuck are we focusing on defending Hunter Biden and Joe Biden? What's Joe Biden doing now? He's talking about witness reciprocity. He's like, oh, I don't want to get involved in this. I don't want to be a witness in this trial, in this mockery. Good job. Good job, libs. You fucking did that. Why doesn't he want to get involved? Well, because he'll get absolutely fucking brutalized if he ever gets questioned by a adversarial group of trial managers. Don't forget, I'm always fucking right. But he has a stutter. It's not brainworms. Stop being mean. No, he has a stutter and he has brainworms. So you have brainworms? Yes, of course I have brainworms. It's 9:52 on a Friday afternoon, and I just picked up my dog from the hospital. And I'm sitting here talking to fucking dumbasses that are anonymous in the chat trying to trigger me. Of course I have brainworms, dude. Are you insane? Or afternoon, evening, whatever. There you go. I have brainworms. So, further evidence that I have fucking brainworms. This is not against you, but why do political broadcasters always talk about politics? Can you talk about the Democratic primary instead? Joe Biden's not going to win. Wait, what? No, your guys aren't all anonymous. I'm talking about the shitters in the chat. I would like to award the longest pause in the day. It's always funny to me when Destiny's live and Right to Bear Arms is in my chat. Because he's fucking playing League. Jesus Christ, RTBA. You're his main mod, dude. Go back to work. Wrap it up and play Money Machine. True. What did you train at the gym today, King? Oh my God, I fucking pulled something today. I did shoulders and back. Well, not just shoulders and back. I did shoulders, rear delts, and I did some chest, like dips, flat flies, flat bench, dumbbell flies. HasanAbi stream exclusive. My sources are telling me tonight at midnight Hillary Clinton will announce her campaign. Shut up, Gorbachev. No, I'm not looking at that. Ooh, a new issue is clip. How about leg day? You started to look like Train. Do I? Watch this or Biden gets another vote. Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch the fucking Bill Maher clip, okay?
Which you've become accustomed?
I can help you here. I can help you
great.
a couple ways. Here's the big one. Lawyers make a lot of money if there's a large settlement.
So it's lawyers.
Yes. Lawyers don't make a lot of money if there's no settlement.
The spirit of justice.
You know, Phil Hartman,
You
when he was
love
getting
your
divorced,
father,
one of the
the
things he said
devil.
to me, I go, dude, just fucking give her half. Come on, man. You make a lot of money. He goes, it's not half. He was crazed. He's like, it's 2/3. He goes, the fucking lawyers get a third. It's a goddamn
Exactly.
scam. And I've had friends that have gotten divorced, and even though they had come to an agreement with the ex, like
So I
let's
wanna be-
listen
I
to
wanna
this,
be-
this, and you'll get this, and I'll get this. Fine. Then the lawyers jump in.
I forgot to watch this. I'm so sorry. We have to watch this first. I don't give a shit about Joe Rogan talking about fucking
nonpartisan here.
divorce court.
A week before, he said Biden's got a big corruption problem. That's a talking point from Vladimir Putin. That's a talking point from the Republicans. There's no basis of fact for that. Well, he's got to back it up with facts.
Okay,
I want to his credit, he withdrew it.
Okay, wait a second. I got the article.
Disinformation.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Yeah, it is.
I want to read because he apologized Bernie apologized for this article written by someone on his staff.
Yes.
I said, well, I'm going to at least read it. I don't know why Bernie apologized. It's not a personal attack. Here are some of the quotes. Independents and people who might stay home will look at Biden and Trump and say they're all dirty. Joe has perfected the art of taking big contributions, then representing the corporate donors at the cost of middle class and working Americans. His career was bankrolled by the credit card industry. He's from Delaware. Kind of true.
Yes.
With Biden, we are basically handing Trump a whataboutism playbook. Trump doesn't need voters to love him. He just needs to convince people the whole game is ugly.
Bill, how many people do
Hunter Biden with his $50,000 a month job and a business he knew nothing about in there? Yes, that is what they will do.
Here's my problem with what happened there. How many people do you think actually read that article?
Well, now a lot more.
No, very few. Well, now that you read it, a lot more. Right.
Should I keep it?
Wow. I guess a broken clock can ring true twice a day. Good take. Fair. Listen. I'm the straight shooter. Good take. There was another thing I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, here's the Twitter clip. Wait, what? Oh no, never mind. It wasn't a new Twitter clip. Alex just reposted the
Garcetti and News. Homelessness. Should the federal government get more involved? And if so, what do you want to see them do?
By the way, the answer to this question is the reason why I said this guy is an earnest and honest dude and not like the regular Republican talking heads. He's just like misguided and an old boomer, but he could be convinced. Listen, should the federal government be involved in homelessness?
Yes, only because Garcetti and Newsom and the rest of them are disasters. Total failures on this. There's nothing good to be said about all the methods they've used the last few years.
True.
So it's emergency time. It's pretend this is a hurricane, a tornado, an earthquake. You send in the federal government, FEMA, every possible agency that has jurisdiction and money, and you set up instant camps to take the homeless to and start giving them treatment immediately. I mean, get them off the street because they're dying. 1,000 a year are dying.
By the way, this guy hates Medicare for all, but he's like, we need to treat the homeless people immediately. At the same time, he's like, we need the government to invest billions of dollars to treat the homeless people and like offer them shelter. Also, I hate Medicare for all.
Yeah. They're also injuring and killing people. Right. There's a lot of insanity going on, and nobody should live like this. Not them and not us. Yeah. Hasan?
I agree with everything you just said. It is a humanitarian crisis. And that's not just me saying that. That's the UN reporters that specialize in going into conflict areas and looking at the conditions of refugee camps saying that. As a matter of fact, the latest UN reports suggest that Skid Row conditions are so dire that they don't have access to working sewage facilities. They don't have even porta potties. And it's so bad that it's worse than Syrian refugee camps that the United Nations currently has. So that's what we're dealing with in our own backyard in the wealthiest country on earth and one of the wealthiest states. And it's absolutely disgusting.
Turtleneck to make his head even smaller. Man, you guys are so stupid, dude. I'm over here fucking educating boomers, okay, on their own turf. And y'all are still like, tiny head, white people sad, white people happy, so small head. What do you want me to do, man? Okay, it's a medical condition. You're in another Tarkov funny moments montage? Oh, good one, dude. Thanks. Respect the padded shoulders in the blazer. They're not padded. My fucking shoulders are literally exploding out of my blazer. How are you going to say that's padded? You do really well on TV. What are your thoughts on the idea that time is non-linear? Okay, stop asking me that. I don't care. Cup noodle head ass. What about Prop 13 Supreme Court defendant as a source of these fucked up issues in California? What's your opinion on the Trump family using information gained in the office to earn capital post office? This is super great, dude. Why is he against Medicare for all? Actually, he had a better take than libs do. He's like, I don't trust the government. I think that's an honest, like, I'm not very intelligent, but like I'm at least being honest kind of take. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't trust the government. That's like a guy who you can change the mind of. Okay, you can teach him. Why? So trusting for-profit corporations is better? No. You want to know the fucking take of the century that I think I have on this? Everybody knows politicians are liars, right? They're corrupt, they're liars, they're bad overall. Why did people consider Donald Trump to be different than regular politicians? It's because he was honest about his dishonesty. Okay? So they thought this is kind of refreshing. Like, at least this guy's an asshole and he's dishonest, but he's honest about his dishonesty. And that's kind of like how that dichotomy exists between corporations and the government. The government is supposed to help you, but the government fails a lot of times because of corruption or for different reasons. Whereas corporations are not supposed to help you, and everybody knows that. At least they're honestly bad because everyone knows and understands deep down inside that corporations are operated only by the profit motive. Do you understand? People intrinsically understand that when a corporation is dumping chemicals into the water supply, that's what they're supposed to do because they're fucking corporations. Politicians. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, my finger is bleeding right now. Twitter personality, live posting endorses Bernie Sanders. I endorse Senator Sanders because of all the hot broads and dames who have sex with me because of it. Thank you, live posting. We have been separated for 20 years. I can't believe we finally found each other after all this time, Mr. Pog. Every night before I went to bed, I thought about you. The days we spent behind the bleachers, the heartbreak of going to different colleges, the drifting apart. I wondered where you went, if you were alive even. And now, here we are with the rest of our lives ahead of us. I love you, Mr. Pog. Thanks, Gorbachev. I'm not the only one who's eating
Can I
this
try to
time.
do some ASMR? Ready?
Do some ASMR. Wait, hold on. Let me turn off the music. I have music in the background.
Okay.
Do it.
Here we go.
What the fuck? What was that? Oh no, dude. I'm not. He's just so bad. He's so bad at things. Your new Instagram photo has so many people thirsting. Everybody gangsta till BTS and Luna start dancing. Oh, BTS and Luna start racing. Do you guys remember I used to play Boy Boy West Coast in my intro every time? Guys, you know I stan Luna. I stan BTS and I stan Luna, and so does Bernie Sanders. And I stan Luna, I stan BTS, so does Bernie Sanders. I've told you guys this before. If you want to direct your energy and vitriol towards people who don't stan Luna or BTS, I've heard Elizabeth Warren does not stan Luna, and I heard Joe Biden does not stan BTS. So direct your energy and efforts that way. Bernie Sanders loves BTS. Bernie Sanders loves Luna. As a matter of fact, he literally said, like, the Iraq invasion would not have happened if you stayed home and stand Luna. He said that on the floor of the Congress, dude. So direct your efforts and energy towards Joe Biden. Chad, he's lying to you. Hasan hates K-pop. Why? Twitter, fix your shit. Fix your fucking platform, dude. You're like several $1 billion worth. Fuck. Fuck. Twitter video is the fucking worst, dude. Why? It's true. How can you get mad at me for that? It's just the worst. Oh my god, everyone keeps linking the same meme over and over again. I smoked way too much. Haha, Stella Luna. This is the worst thing you guys have ever done. Literally the worst thing you guys have ever done.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
I'm disgusted.
I am drunk as shit because of Chinese New Year's, but I was watching your stream with friends and family, and as immigrants they really liked it until they passed out. Anyways, love you, po-po-o. Enfu is Scottish.
Fuck.
You don't love the spirit of justice.
It's Chinese
You
New
love
Year's.
your
God
father, the
damn it.
devil.
I
This
fucking
is my first
forgot.
sub
Wait,
I paid
maybe
with my own money.
Wait, hold on. My aunt invited me, and I didn't respond because I was like, and oh no. Year of the Rat. This is Mitch Jones' time to shine. No, my aunt invited me to Chinese New Year's at their place, and I fucking totally forgot with all the fish stuff. Wait, is it tonight or is it tomorrow? Oh, no, it's on Saturday. It's tomorrow. Okay, it's tomorrow night. I did not skip out on Chinese New Year's.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
It is Saturday. Man, shut up. It's still Friday where I am, okay? Shut up. Hold on. Is Bao Bao actually banned? Like, what happened? Did I ban? I didn't ban Bao Bao. Bro, I need to know if you're still upset. I mean, that's just like a, hey, man.
He's not old, but like,
Oh my god, dude. You guys are the worst. Bao Bao is not banned. If you're interested in Indian politics, there's Modi walking out of an interview a while ago. Okay, dude. What is it?
He's trying to fuck you, and this and that. They're trying to fuck you over. You deserve more.
That's exactly the plot of the movie Marriage. Have you seen Marriage
No,
Story?
I haven't.
Oh,
No.
it's terrific. I was again at the beginning because it was about an actress and a theater director, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, can't you at least pretend that there are people in America not outside of your exact circle? There have been so many big movies, you know, that are just about your world of show business. Have a little creativity, make them something else. But okay, I got over that. And then it's just a terrific movie about, there's no bells and whistles. It's just, we're married, we seem very happy, and then, well, we're not happy, and we're going to get divorced, and then we're going to, let's just do it amicably and not get lawyers involved, and then it all falls apart. And once it goes down that path that you're talking about, it just becomes as vicious as anything.
Yeah.
Without guns.
Well, I had a friend who got divorced and no family, okay, no children. They didn't have children. And it dragged on for more than, I think, almost 3 years. And even though they had come to some sort of conclusion, he was paying for his wife's lawyer. I go, it's like you're paying for the general of the army that's trying to kill you.
You're paying for someone to fuck you in the ass.
Yeah.
You're getting fucked in the ass.
It broke him.
You
could feel it.
I have
feel
seen
it in
so
his
many
body.
men broke.
I bet Bill Maher literally pays people to fuck him in the ass. I mean, I know he pays, like, I know he goes to, like, Sanctum and stuff, which is a brothel. Like a high-class LA brothel escort service. So it's not that big of a stretch to assume that he's probably gotten pegged a bunch of times. I don't know why he's talking about it like that here.
Devastated.
Every time somebody says, you know, people unfortunately get a horrible disease like cancer, and they say, I couldn't have gotten through it without my wife. I always think, yeah, and maybe she gave it to you. I don't mean, of course, literally, but I just mean that when you're in a bad relationship, the stress, we don't know what contributes all the things to cancer, but that certainly is, I'm sure, one of them. And then going through a divorce.
I'm not saying pegging is bad. I'm saying that he just used that, but
like that, I've seen people, like you say, just broken.
They get wrecked. And it's a system. The reason why the divorce laws are set up the way they're set up, people think, oh, we're protecting women. Horseshit. They're doing it so that they can extract the maximum amount of money out of the male. That way, the lawyer gets the biggest chunk that they could possibly get. Most lawyers have they're working on a percentage basis,
right?
Especially if a woman doesn't have as much money, or if she's, the lawyer will come to her. Look, we've got a deal here. We'll figure this out. Don't pay me now. We're gonna make sure we get you the most. We'll take care of it all in the end. And this is what has happened to several of my friends that have been divorced. And you know what it is once you see it. What I get and I understand and I accept and I support is child support. I mean, I grew up with a deadbeat dad. My dad never paid for shit. And I have many friends that have also experienced a lot of financial hardship growing up because their dad was a piece of shit and didn't want to pay for their children. But people very close to me, including my wife. But when there's a big difference between that, a man taking responsibility for his children, there's a big difference between that and alimony. Alimony is creepy. There's something creepy about, like, my friend, like I said, didn't even have a child with this woman. He is still paying her, by the way. This is the same guy, very good friend of mine, has been divorced for 14 years, has been married for 12 to a new woman.
Bro, I love Joe Rogan's one friend. Then he's been talking about, I know the story because I've heard it. Someone should make a compilation of all the times Joe Rogan has said this throughout the years. Because back when he looked a lot younger and not like this, he was still talking about that same fucking guy, dude. If you are an old Joe Rogan fan, you've heard the story a million times. Dude, she was dating a guy and refused to get married to him. Like, I haven't seen this clip yet. She was dating a guy and refused to marry him just so she could keep collecting alimony. He has said it. So he's told the story so many times, dude.
Dude. Woman. Still paying the old woman. And my joke was like, you fucked her so hard she can't work.
Right.
Oh, it's not that story. Sorry, it's a new.
He's a wealthy man. He made good money, and he works really hard. He's not in the business. He has a real job, and he works long fucking hours every day, and he has his own business, and he has to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to someone he doesn't even talk to anymore because he used to fuck her.
Guys go to jail. I knew of a guy.
Wait, is it the same guy? Is it the same guy? It's the guy that whose wife was dating another dude, and he had to financially support this other dude because she wouldn't get married to him. It's the same guy, of course. I love that, dude. I love this story so much. I've heard it so many times, dude.
It was a doctor who went to jail every night because he couldn't make the payments.
Oh, God.
And they would let him out on weekends to do rounds and stuff. But he was,
I got a better one for you. Want to get in crazy?
Yeah. Hit me.
Dave Foley, who's on News Radio.
Yeah, sure.
When he was getting divorced was when he was on News Radio. So it was at a financial peak. He was the star of the show. He's making
I've heard this one too.
Right.
And so his
they
payments
peg it to that.
were set up for that.
Sure.
So this is in Canada, right?
And he lost, and he doesn't make that kind of money anymore, and he still has to pay that rate. It doesn't adjust. Dude, it's always, he was left with nothing.
Right. Oh.
And the judge tells him, he tells the judge, I don't make that kind of money anymore. That was an extraordinary time in my life. It's very hard to make that kind of money. I'm an actor. The judge rather says, your ability to pay has no relation to your obligation to pay.
Wow. Think of that. Just pause here for a moment. What a statement.
That's bullshit, by the way. I don't know if the story is real or not, but that judge's decision is fucking bullshit. Okay? Yeah, for the record, just don't think that I'm in support of that level of extraction. Still funny though that he's always talking about the same exact fucking 3 stories. It's dude, you've been talking about divorce dads for what, 10 years? how have you not looked into the data at some point? Like out of the 10 years that you've been talking about men's rights, you didn't look to like at least one frame of like, I mean, one thing that's like outside of your anecdotes? Really? I don't think the data contradicts them. I just think, again, it's lazy that he's like only talking about the 3 anecdotes. At least make up new ones.
And where else would we say that?
It's insane. And we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands. Like as if he's supposed to conjure this up. Like his career is supposed to magically resurrect itself in some really financially viable way.
And since it is usually the man still who probably has the more money and is paying the woman.
Yes.
It's very anachronistic to how we have come to think about women as equal and strong and able to do everything we can do. But when it comes to this, it's like, we got to take care of them.
Well,
they're very dependent.
I think it's a scam that's set up because the men in general are in control of the finances or make more money, and they can extract more money from them. I don't
see a lot of people turning it down.
Yeah, I mean that's why the system I think is set up the way it's set up. It's dark, man. I mean, the only time it's happened the other way that I know of is Tom Arnold. Arnold got away clean.
Sure, yes, it does. It does happen the other way.
He's one for the males.
Right.
We got one on the board. There's like, if the board was like here, it would be a fucking billion scratches on one side and 4 lines and the one through it, and then next to it is like Tom Arnold.
That's why I never
a couple of the dudes
never understood the concept of marriage, because when people would say, "Why don't you want to get married?" I'd say, "Why would I invite the federal and state government into my love life?"
It's very important. You have to have it. Otherwise, it's not real. If you don't get a signed piece of paper, what the fuck do you have?
Just your feelings for that other person?
Not good enough. How's she going to tell her?
Bill Maher is saying this, but he also lives in the state of California. So you literally don't need a you don't need a piece of paper to have a legal obligation to your partner if you've literally been living with her or him for 7 years. So, like, I think isn't it like 7 years?
Her friends. She's got to tell her friends that he really cares.
You've been brainwashed by.
No, he really cares. You think I'm serious?
I can see she's trained you to say the right answer. Well, I think that's a crazy. I think that's a crazy backward way to look at it. That without the piece of paper, it's not real.
It's not real.
Whatever you have with someone emotionally, that's what's real. The paper is what's fake.
You shouldn't be worried about divorce because we're never getting divorced.
Oh, I'm not worried about you.
Fuck, you're doing. Like, why you're getting so upset about this, Bill? Just sign the paper and get married. We're going to be together forever. I don't know what you're worried about.
Myth, most states, including California, do not recognize common law marriage. Colorado, Rhode Island, Washington, D.C., and a handful of others do acknowledge it. Myth, there is no way to have a common law marriage in California. If you live as a married couple by common law in a state that recognizes common law and you move to California where you decide to pursue a divorce, the courts will work with you. You are married if you say you're married. As mentioned, you must be specific criteria. If you can live together. Common law marriage occurs when you live together for 7 years. You can live together for 1 year or 20 years, but unless you meet very specific criteria, you're not married by common law. Courts don't order support or property division for couples who never married. In California, court recognizes palimony. This means that if a couple lives together for an extended period of time and splits, he or she may have a right to receive support and or right to a certain property acquired during the relationship. Or the Marmon claim. Non-marital partners have the right to enforce expressed or implied agreements for support or property sharing in the event of a separation. Yo, bro, can I sleep on your couch for like 7 years? I can feed fish. Yeah, okay, dude. Some basic issues to consider. Marvin claim. How long the parties live together? Did the parties support the other? Did the parties contribute towards purchase of a property? Specific issues. Did one of the parties... Wait, why did this guy say Hasan is poor reading comprehension like a 12-year-old? Dude, you're a Twitch chatter, bro. Owned. You're literally in Twitch chat right now. Writing. Infinitely worse position to be in than mine. He fell for it. Good one, dude. Here, enjoy a 4-hour ban. What's worse, chatting in Twitch chat or reading it? Emerson, head-to-head Trump among voters neutral towards Trump. Bernie 26, Warren +1, Biden -8. How often are you killed by completely still impatient people camping in EFD? Not that often. Have you been to Sanctum? I have not been to Sanctum. What was I gonna say? This is what I meant, by the way. Like, there is some form where, I mean, you can have a claim to your partner's property if you've lived with them for an extended period of time. I guess it's not 7 years, not common law, but you still can do that. Here in Ontario, if you live with a partner for more than 6 months, you are legally considered common law, and that's just as good as marriage in the law eyes. 50-50 split and alimony can be applied. I think that alimony laws are outdated. And the reason for why, or the reason why alimony laws exist in the way that they exist, and I'm not super well versed on this, but the reason why they exist the way they do is because back in the day, women didn't fucking work. So you had to support them. And now, even in recent years, like up until like the 90s and the 2000s, women would forego payment and work exclusively so they could be taking care of the children and rearing and giving birth to children and taking care of the home. So again, antiquated ways of looking at things, and the law has not readjusted to it. So that's part of the reason. That's why if you let go of your career so you can fucking build a home and you lose out on like 10 years of employment, then yeah, of course. And you have grown accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Maybe it doesn't have to be super lavish, but it's still, it's reasonable to say you are in a partnership and you have provided in that partnership for your partner. You've taken care of the children. You've cooked food or whatever the fuck. So it's reasonable to at least demand some kind of compensation. I know it sounds annoying, but it is the reality. They're just outdated now, and there's a lot of fuckery involved with it. But that doesn't change the reality that, like, you know, if you literally let go of a career just so you could build a home, and then you're in a shitty relationship and you have to get out of it, you shouldn't be fearful and like completely locked into that potentially abusive relationship. I'm common law married. I live in Texas where the law is basically if you live together and present yourselves as married, they will recognize that my wife and I have been together for 5 years and our daughter turns 4 next month. Good shit, Dad Stonio. No, they've existed since the late 1800s. No, I know that they've existed for a very long time. I'm saying that now there's still a similar protective effort. That's why the law exists. It's not because like lawyers are making a killing off of it or whatever. Be a woman, get married, profit. America, fuck yeah, Squad W. Bernie Sanders endorses Luna. I've suffered a heart attack and was only able to fully recover with the help of Luna's music. I owe K-pop my life and I will forever stand Luna. True. Can someone link a pic for me? No, Momo. Don't. Nobody link Momo's pic. Momo, you have to fucking subscribe. If you want to link a picture, you have to fucking subscribe, okay? You degenerate weeb. Subscribe right now.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
Gorbachev, there's dicks in that video that you just sent me. Damn it, Cleric. Why did you gift him? Do you think your chat is an echo chamber for the record, by the way? No.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
This is so stupid. This is so stupid. What a stupid video. Oh my god. What do you think about the Weibo rights? It seems none of the current candidates find this issue important. Yes, they shouldn't have any rights. Look at this fucking guy. Where is he? Where is Momo? 6 months subscriber. 6 months. Have you been getting gifted this entire time? Get the fuck out of here, Momo. I've been gifting Wimstaff for 6 months. I am sleeping. Don't play loud vid, please. How did the Americana get banned before Momo? LMAO. Momo doesn't say shit. Momo behaves for the most part in this
You don't
chat.
love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
I haven't paid for any of my subs.
Stop ignoring. Damn. Pretty good. My man's killing it, dude. Mr. Poo just the crumb of React. Haha, my Uncle Chunk Yogurt will never know it was me who ate his leftovers. Nom nom. Mmm. 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 I don't know what the context of this was. I'm sure it was a beautiful thing that I said there. What were you doing 6 hours ago that someone gave me a sub? Ducks are awesome pets, by the way. They remember you. Can we watch this for the boys?
Your Majesty. Your Majesty, if I'm running. Oh, TOS. Okay. I found a squid.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know if you saw this, but it's the most cursed. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is so bad. Oh wow, this is really bad. Did they actually put Margaret Thatcher in here next to Rosa Parks? It's satire? Okay, that makes sense. You know you're getting photoshopped on top of that pyramid within seconds? Oh my God. Don't do that. I mean, Hillary literally standing on top of Rosa Parks is pretty. It's indicative that it's. I mean, liberals are this bad though. Liberals would put something like this together. So, I kind of feel like they would do this. That's why I was like shocked at first. Did you figure out what was going on with Fish? Not yet. Can you react to the Iron Lady? No. Politics, The Onion. Liberals say Sanders accepts acceptance of Rogan endorsement sends dangerous message. He's trying to win election. I love The Onion is very good. They really are good. They actually do a good job. Surprisingly. I don't know how they're still funny. Like it's kind of weird.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
The article makes it sound like a viewer wrote it. Slamming the campaign for promoting the popular podcaster's backing, liberals said Friday that Bernie Sanders' acceptance of Joe Rogan's endorsement sends a dangerous message the candidate is trying to win the 2020 presidential election. This is just the Sanders campaign opening the gates to a plurality of people who would vote for him and help win the presidency, said political commentator Scott Griffin, who called the campaign's promotion of Rogan's endorsement a true mask-off moment, exposing Sanders' goal of winning the Democratic primary and eventually the general election. It's very unnerving to see a Democratic candidate like Bernie Sanders try to court voters from varying constituencies and demographics. It's like his whole strategy is defeating Trump. We saw hints of this in 2016, but I'm truly sickened to see it's rearing its ugly head again. I'm all for creating a Democratic majority, but not if we have to accept more people than the other side has. Griffin added that it was even more disturbing that Sanders would attempt this during an election year. Oh, so good. Pretty funny. We couldn't even finish this.
Jesus Christ, you're freaking out about, don't you love me? You're freaking out about a divorce? We're not getting divorced. We love each other. God, sign it. Sign it. And then when you sign it, the darkness, clouds roll over. Ha, 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 ha.
But also, like, humans change. It's like it's so funny when you could say about anything else, oh, I'm not married to it, you know. Do you want that thing there? I'm not married to it. But with a human, the thing that's most malleable, we're like, yep, I'm going to marry it.
Well,
for some people, it works fantastically.
I think in some countries they actually have term limits. They actually have marriage terms.
I don't think that's a real thing.
I think it is.
Really?
Yeah, Google it. Some countries have.
Where's Jamie?
We did this before, right?
Pull that shit up, Jamie! What the fuck?
Yeah, it's real. Some countries have like you could get married for like
And
7
oh,
years.
I see, and then you
can
have to
like a
re-up.
7-year, yeah, and you can decide at the end of it. You're like, look, I think we're good. Let's get out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but that's putting a level of logic.
Wait, is Jamie still there? My face when HasanAbi refused to play the DBZ game, yet he calls himself an anime connoisseur. Good job. Good job, Cleric. This is who you gave your this is who you gifted a sub to. Okay? This fucking degenerate weeb. Here's the game I thought you might like playing. It's old but addictive. And okay, Nathan, we're still watching your first clip. We're not getting to your
really
second
attain
one.
when the moment comes, because
Well,
by
here's
that
what's
time
important.
you're so codependent.
Girls are not going to tolerate that. They're going to let me
Right.
ask you this: how long you been with Bill? You've been with, and he wants a fucking term limit.
Right.
My God, you guys are going to be together forever. What are you doing to get the fucking term limit? Because I can tell you,
Right.
if you stuck with Dave, I bet Dave wouldn't ask for it.
Right.
Dave's not like that. Like, Dave might be a little boring. Maybe he's not as funny, but he's a fucking solid guy, and you would have signed a contract. You'd be fine, girl. You'd be fine.
It's like when agents are
Yeah.
competing to sign you, and they're like, "You didn't read for that? Oh, I could have
Well, as
gotten
soon
in
as
on
there's
that."
a financial incentive with anything, things get squirrely. You
That's what
know?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it also, I remember you. It's funny you mentioned Tom Arnold. I had him on the very first episode of Politically Incorrect, I think with Roseanne, and they were talking about marriage, and he said the great thing about marriage is when you have a big fight and somebody says, "I'm leaving," you can go, "You can't. We're married." And I got what he was saying. Some people like that you have this this self-imposed barrier that
Makes it more difficult.
It's like a waiting period with guns. Or when they make you look at the sonogram when you want an abortion in some states. Look at your fucking baby on the computer screen there and come back tomorrow and tell me you want to kill that kid. You have a waiting period. You have to cool off. You can't just leave. Whereas if you're not married, you can.
Right.
Unless you live together, that's more complicated, or kids are more complicated. But yeah.
Hello.
Two-parter shot. The number of white Bernie bros caping for Joe Rogan in my mentions right now, all because of the Sanders team unforced error of coddling bigotry in an ad. Hate to see it. Chaser. Twitter will hate me for this. I know Nikki Haley and believe she misspoke. She knows the pain associated with the flag. Here's a game I thought you might like. It's old. Libs, man. She knows the pain associated with the flag, but likes it. Dude, I can't wait. Listen, man. Listen. The BJJ guys have the BJJ guys, the divorced dads, the family court victims. They have a powerful aura. Okay? I would go so far as to say that they are the Karens of men. Okay? They are the Karens of men. We need that kind of energy on our side. We need that coalition. Okay? They are too powerful. That coalition is largely apolitical and gets every single piece of news and information from the Joe Rogan podcast. Okay? If a tiny fraction of that still votes for Bernie Sanders, we got this. We secured the bag. Yes. We need a merger of Karens and divorced dads to get together and advocate for the best interest of the American working class. If we can do that, it's over. It's a wrap. let's just give up on dialectics between classes. I think that's outdated. That's an outdated model. The new dialectic is elite liberal plutocrats versus divorced dads in middle America and Karens who have a lot of energy and want to fight or want to call managers. Okay?
You don't love the spirit of justice.
Let's
You
direct
love your
all of their
father, the
energy and
devil.
frustration towards something positive. Let's get them to vote for Bernie Sanders. Karens are the reason for divorced dads. Also true. If you bring them back together, though, it's like worlds colliding. You know what I mean? Like planets align. If you bring the Karens and the divorced dads back together, it's over. Why BJJ guys? Some are very far left and even hate Joe Rogan's politics. Okay, dude. Don't get offended, BJJ guy. You know what I mean when I say BJJ guy. I'm talking about people who like got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because of Joe Rogan. Okay? Quote if Hasan is Roach. Yikes, Keck W. Imagine coming in here and being a Keck W guy while still having a very obviously 4chan racist fucking name like that. How are you gonna come in here and hang out with the rest of the people and act like you're a part of the group with a name like that? LOL W in every other platform, but here he's like, oh, Keck W, I'm one of you guys. Quote if Hasan is Roach. You know that Keck is an alt-right thing, right? Yeah, I know. Not just an alt-right thing, it's like an annoying internet. Did you see the Ben Shapiro new video about Bernie and Joe Rogan? I did. He wasn't malding enough. Mods, please ban HasanAbi. Okay, Shelby. Why didn't you defend Keck W from Train last night? Because I don't care enough. If there's one thing I definitely wasn't interested in going out on a limb on and like defending or advocating for, it's fucking pixels, okay? We're talking about like trans rights. We're talking about a variety of different complicated political subjects in what could be reasonably described as a hostile environment. I'm not going to also then turn around and be like, well, you know, I think Keck W is pretty great. Like, I don't care about it one way or the other. Stop ignoring me, poop man. Merch when? Soon, brothers. Chat won't like this.
Get off my car, bro. Get off my car, bro. 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 Get off the car, bro. Bro!
Next. Pause for the camera then. Pause for the camera then. Next. Pause for the camera then.
This doesn't work. Oh my god.
Okay, that was pretty good.
I just want my money. It's mine. Can I please have it. I just want the money. Oh, what's over there? No!
So don't wanna die, yeah. When you so don't wanna die, yeah. No, I'm not a riot. I'ma start a riot. I'm so fucking tired. So what's up? What you say?
Hey Siri, how long would it take me to the missiles if I ran now?
Sending missiles to Iran now.
Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. ¿Y tú? Hola.
My boy Evan. Bitch, let me see you shake that ass.
Is your future career? Let's see. Oh, hell no! What?
To all you ladies out there, listen. That's not a normal sneeze, all right? Sneeze like a human being. Chew. It doesn't have to sound cute or anything. If I catch you in class going, I'm gonna have to just hold on. Let me stretch, because I'm about to just. What is this? Ben, I need to borrow some soap.
You don't love the spirit of justice.
What?
You
what
love
are
your
these?
father, the devil.
7 months already. WTF. Burn 2020, by the way.
A possum? What?
Famous people in my school, part 2. Number 1, Roddy Ricch. Number 2, Odell Beckham. Number 3, Nav. Number 4, Michael Jordan. Number 5, BTS.
Ayo, really hot boyfriend check.
Okay, sometimes my cat sleeps.
That was good.
Okay, sometimes my cat sleeps in the sink, and I like to surprise her by giving her baths. So let's see. Ooh, hey Hershey, how you doing? Oh, look at that face. Ready?
What the fuck?
Mom, why'd you name me Joby?
After your dad?
So we have the same name?
Yeah.
So when you guys are having sex, you scream my name too?
Hey everybody, welcome back to another installment of Photo.
Too much. Too far. Too far. Nobody needs to think that way.
Photos that we all have in our camera roll. The classic whiteboard photo because you had yourself convinced that you were going to learn this topic at a later date, but you never did. The accidental screenshot of your lock screen because you messed up turning off your phone. A photo of Zero from the movie Hole.
Gonna make you wonder why you even try. Gonna take you down and left with you to cry. And I still don't know how I even survived. And I'm leaving silent, leaving the public, I want to private. Cause you look so sexy, you really turn me on. Blow my mind every time I see your face.
Is this dog pill?
Yeah, like maybe you drop a metal straw on the ground and you're like, oh, and I oop. I honestly use and I oop. Like,
If I heard anyone, male, female, doesn't matter, say that in my vicinity, I would turn squad W in that moment.
yeah, like maybe you drop a metal straw on the ground and you're like, oh, and I oop.
I'm lying. I say it now. So, there. I'm a liar. Look how the turntables. You look like Saul Berenson from Homeland in that clip. Do your fans obsess over poop so much because it is shaped like penos? Yes.
Been a minute since I gave you some.
Let's do this.
It's pretty cool.
That was fun. All right.
What the fuck? Bro, Canada's a disaster, dude. What are they doing?
That's your paper airplane right there.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Hey, you dropped this?
Oh, thanks. Wait a minute. Who are you? Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Told him for 12 fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box.
Yeah, can you toast it a little extra though?
Yeah.
That's the future liberals want, by the way. That's the kind of abortion that liberals want to do. Liberals, not even once.
Is this good?
Can you do it again?
Is this good?
No, a little more.
Is this good?
No, do it again.
This ain't even edible, man.
You can't tell me those ain't AirPods. You can't tell me those ain't AirPods.
No, they're not.
Wait, that man's a time traveler. I swear on my life. MF is a time traveler.
Wait. Bitch! Let me see you shake that ass!
So my mom got me this sweater, right? Cute pouch, the whole kitty's head can poke through. I'm gonna try putting my cat in it. This is Chunks, don't mind her. Okay, so we're gonna get in there. Oh, she's being quite calm. Oh, let her poke her head out if she wants. Chunky. Oh, there she is. I'm 9 months pregnant. Whatever. Oh my God, she loves it. Oh my God, she oh! Oh, that was the toughest birth I've ever had.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy.
You taught a lesson to me that I had to learn. And I'm so sorry cause you let our bridges burn. I said I love you and I wish I never did. What? I swear to God, I swear to God, you stupid. I thought that we...
So this is the Hype House. And this is Disappearing Ink. Okay, and they recently just got a bunch of new furniture. I think she's doing Renegade the Baby Shark right now. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna ink their new white couch. Alex, you didn't hear a thing. Yo, Patty, you have to try this drink. It's so... Oh my goodness, no. It's a brand new couch. I'm so sorry, dude. Where are you going? What the heck is that? What'd you get Febreze? I don't think Febreze is gonna do the trick. No, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. Okay, listen, hey, it's Disappearing Ink. It goes away. Watch. See how it's just coming out? You're fine. It comes right out.
I was about to beat you.
It's not working. Well, you better make it work. I'm trying. Okay, that's it. Wait. Are you still mad?
You're not so bad, you know.
Not so bad. I'm the son of a demon and the vampire king. It's not something I have to try out. You on the other hand.
And it went
Wow, that is Fredophobia, dude.
You're a bitch. So if you don't mind, I'd like...
Liv, why do you know all the Twitch memes? It's weird. Stop knowing Twitch memes, Liv. You're a Twitter poster. It's not good. We're crossing the wires. Can we watch your debate, please? Wait, is it available? Is my debate already available on the internet? Really?
I'd like to take you out of... You're such a fucking head.
Usually do this less I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now.
She looks like every other bitch.
Yeah. Different types of laughs, part 1. You had the kawaii laugh. You have the empty Windex bottle. You have the silencer. You have the screecher. You have the dramatic laugh. You have the goofy laugh.
I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face. I wish you would find your chill. Cause Lord knows this shit get real. And for this price, you know you kill. Man, it's big bracket. Keep my head down low so I don't get sued. But I'm always on my phone, so I'm ignoring you. I'm paving my way.
Why do you guys always complain when we watch TikTok, but like more people come in Because like obviously people secretly enjoy watching this and they just don't want to watch it by themselves. Because if you were watching this by yourself, then that's really fucking cringy. But if you're watching it with 5,000 other people, with me watching it for you and like reacting to it, then it's acceptable, okay? Just fucking own it, all right? This is the only acceptable way to watch TikTok compilations. What the fuck was that? Wait, what was the name of this song again? I was like, oh my God, I wanted to play this while I was walking back from the gym. A Buttercup. Oh God. Oh, thank God. Over 100 volume master makes the quality worse. Dude, the volume master is not even on in this one. Okay, look. No tabs playing audio right now. The debate was uploaded. This is the debate, isn't it?
I'm Alex Michelson. Welcome to California's only statewide political show. The issue is our panel.
I want to save this for tomorrow. It's already 11. There's 5,000 people. Yeah, but it's 11 p.m., dude. Ow. Dude, what the hell's wrong with me? What are you doing? So, are we not hanging out? Like, what's happening? What do you mean? I texted you. I texted you. I said, what are we doing? Where are we meeting up? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, well, I live here, so that's good. Just text me the address. I'll meet up with you. All right. Peace. All right. We're going to watch it tomorrow because I'm going to go hang out with my friend Bryce that I haven't seen in a very long time. It's not a booty call. He's a dude. Still a booty call? Dudes have booty too? Yeah, but okay, that's true. You're right. It's a duty call. Can you play Allah Syria Bashar before you go? Please watch. It's very funny. Make me happy. You might like it too. I hope so. No. You try to get me banned. Yes, Bryce Vine. Yes. More TikTok. My mom still doesn't know I'm awake. Don't make me go back to 100 gex. The Drew Barrymore song guy. Yes. I'm finishing the TikToks. Do not. Hey, I don't want a single one of you to watch this without me. Do you hear me? I don't want a single one of you to watch this without me. We're going to watch it together for the first time tomorrow. Okay? I don't want to see 6 views on this. Okay? I'm going to keep refreshing all night.
I'm Alex
There's already 46 views. Stop watching. Stop watching. We're going to watch it tomorrow. Together. Twitter socialist fraternal kiss your friend. I will. I'm going to comment how hard you lost. You might want to download it in case it gets taken down. Why would it get taken down? It's Alex's own page. He uploads all the debates. All right, let's finish this. It is Raj.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh my god. My heart just exploded. Is this making a comeback?
And it went like.
That was all right. Get it? Because porn. How did you question mark that? What have you guys never been afraid that like you don't know what's gonna come up when you open your laptop in public? What the hell? Girls watch porn too? Yeah, I know. Huh.
Wake me up! Wake me up inside! Can't wake up! Wake me up inside! Save me! I say I'm through, but this song is still for you. Now all I want is love that lasts. Is all I want, too much to ask. Is it something wrong with me? Não vai não. Agora que esse som tá ficando.
Oh, here it goes. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this is me. Oh Lord. Oh, he's sliding down.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Come over there and help.
Henry.
Is this
That's mean. Should you go help him?
Henry. Come on, buddy.
Henry, it's fun. It's going to water. It's gonna be fun. Oh, Henry.
Oh, I feel so bad for him.
I can't get him.
He's way over there. That's what I'm afraid is going to happen to Eloise. See why I said he's way over there. What do we do, Mark? Oh, gosh. Mark, is Kitty swim? Will he be able to swim? You better be ready to get him. Oh, here he goes. Oh, Henry. Come on, Henry. There you go. There you go. Come on. Good boy. Good boy.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box.
Why don't you say so? Didn't even notice your punches. What's wrong with you? Guys are giving phones. You wanna say so?
And it went like.
Do you want the lights all the TikTokers have? Then you need Stardust LEDs, the bold way to illuminate your room. Tons of colors and modes, easy to use, and fits perfectly in any room. Plus free worldwide shipping. Use the code in the description for 10% off your entire order.
You do want it though, don't lie. You want it, dude. You want these gnarly ass hoodies too. Anyway, alright.
Fine, electrify my golden tooth. Can't look at those eyes without sparking song. Electrify my
You know I got that drip, baby. Fit check. Leave fish on so we can look after? Yeah, right. And then I come back late at night, forgetting that I fucking kept the stream on, come home stumbling drunk with some girl, and then I end up doing stuff here on the couch and get fucking banned? No thanks, dude. Okay? Ha, just kidding. I'm not gonna do any of that. What are you kidding? We have a freaking incel. Come on! Is Fish okay? Yeah, he's just super zooted right now. He's like very, very drugged out. Your chair said some fucked up shit while you were gone. We'll watch Fish for you and keep him company. Fish has a blankie on him. What was wrong? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. They haven't told me anything yet. What did they do to him? Want me to see who has more points you want to be viewer? Dude, the Haas Tasty and Pog Tasty together with the peepees is really gnarly. It's like just it's a very scary chat. God, that Buttercup song is so good. I love that song. But not as much as I love this. Not as much as I love this song.
Hey, you little piss baby. You think you're so fucking
I gotta go.
cool, huh? You think you're so fucking tough? You talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. Oh, look at those arms. Your arms look so fucking cute. They look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you. I could roast you. And then you'd love it. You text me I love you. And then I'd fucking ghost you. The big boys coming with the big stuff. I feel so cool. Like I'm not even sure. Big boys coming with the big truck. Feel so cool. Like I'm not even sure. Big boys coming with the big truck. Feel so cool. Like I'm not even sure.
Here you go.
Coming with the big stuff. Feel so cool. Like I'm not even sure. Tell me what's the deal, I've been trying to go to bed. I've been up for days, I've been trying to get it right. Said it all before, I said it once again. I'm better off alone. Tell me what's the deal,